what happened last time on the Higurashi? Well, I'm gonna tell you. We found out about Takano when she was running from the orphanage. She had a heart-to-heart with God. And she was like, God, I fucking hate you. You're just fucking with me. Why would you do such a terrible thing to a small, innocent girl? And she had a conversation with God, and basically, she somehow remembered the phone number that her dying father told her to call, what's-his-face Takano, Dr. Takano. She called him, screamed help me, and then ran out of time, and she got tortured until he came to pick her up. And so when he picked her up, she learned about all his findings on Hinamizawa syndrome and his studies and all that. And then he got his friend, his buddy, the old man that she later met with for some funding, was like, all right, we have some people that are very interested in your studies. We're gonna bring them over. And brought them over, and they hated everything. They hated everything. He spilled all his papers, and they stepped on his papers, and they were very rude, and that cemented everything in Takano's mind. Like, I am going to make sure my grandpa's studies are, carried on. He's going to live forever through his studies. What were you gonna say?
I was just agreeing with you.
Yeah. So, that is why Takano is like this. That is why she is so adamant about, letting the studies move, be known about Hinamizawa syndrome. And that's why she's furthering the studies and such, and she has learned more information, because she was the one who found out about the queen, quote unquote, right? And that's the entire reason, she has the Oyashiro-sama, thing happen, that conclude the way it does, is she kills Rika to prove that it's true, because everybody goes insane after she kills Rika, right?
Yes.
Silhouette goes exceptionally hard, by the way. Thanks, I'm abstracting. It's happening. I should have eyes all over me. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. But also...
Somebody pick a different Stevie Wonder song to set this to.
Isn't they lovely?
Isn't they?
Isn't they lovely?
Isn't they wonderful?
Maybe... Oh man, you can replace the pronoun with it. It would be cool. Isn't it lovely?
I added its pronouns to my sets recently.
Oh, hell yeah. No, it's powerful. Update. It's powerful. Gender update. It. That. Thing.
That's a set. It that thing.
It that thing! Damn. But yeah, I have a little silhouette now, because it makes me feel better about my life and in my heart and my soul. And because I was a little tired of being a fluffy little kitty, I guess. And people being like, oh, the baby kitty, so cute, so fluffy. I was like, no, I want to be a mysterious silhouette instead until I can get my new model. But if you would like to help fund the re-debut, you can go to ! Ko-fi. Anyway, Higurashi. What was happening? So we learned why Takano's like that, and we also had Takano meet with Irie, and we learned that Irie has a history with, what was it, psychosurgery? So specifically cutting out a piece of the brain to make people less mentally ill. That's quite literally what it is. And so it's...
I love trepanning in the morning.
Oh my god. And so, for obvious reasons, this was a bit controversial, and people of Hinamizawa aren't a fan of Irie because he has this history of psychosurgery. And So he's like particularly interested in Hinamizawa syndrome being like about a parasite, because then it would prove that his like whole like deal with like cutting out pieces of the brain is like holds more like weight if a parasite is literally affecting how people like ideologies and stuff. But that's pretty much where we left off. We left off where EDA's clinic was opening, and we kind of left off in the middle of that. Hopefully my stupid little tail isn't gonna be blocking too much of the game, but I guess we're gonna see. Let's go. My gay little tail. Yahoo. Okay. I'm gonna take a sip of water because I'm gonna be narrating, and then we can pass the narration back and forth depending on how much there is. We'll see.
Yerp.
Okay. It's so much fun to trace grandfather's research. Finding the same results as my grandfather reminds me that I am indeed following in his footsteps, which makes me very happy. Part of me wants to turn the little bouncy bounce off of my guy. Hang on.
Yeah.
One more bouncy. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Finding the same results as my grandfather reminds me that I am indeed following in his footsteps, which makes me very happy. This shrine is dedicated to Oyashiro-sama, the guardian deity of the village. I was like, why isn't it advancing? I was pressing shift, not enter. This god the villagers worship is simply a delusion that was created by the parasites. When I solve their secret and announce it to the world, the god of this place will be no more. That's the moment I will take revenge on the one who put me through misery and tested my fate. That's it, isn't it? This isn't just about making my grandfather's dream come true. It's also about getting revenge for my miserable life. I went back to the front of the shrine. There's an offertory box there, and I'm tempted to throw in some coins. But you normally offer coins to ask for mercy. I don't entrust my fate to God, so I don't need to give an offering. I'm going to unmask him. But until then, Oyashiro-sama is a god. Okay, in that case, I'll show respect for now. As a declaration of war, I pulled out a 10-yen coin from my wallet. The 10-yen coin I found in the telephone booth changed my life. If it hadn't been there, my life would have ended then. I'm grateful, at least, for that 10-yen coin. I'm not grateful to the god of this shrine, though. But I haven't forgiven you yet. I never expected anything from you, and I'm here because of my own hard work. Even if you keep playing tricks of fate or keep rolling a 1 on the die, that won't bother me. With my certain will, I'm going to get what I want. My grandfather will be praised and become a god because of the research I'll do in this place. I will defeat the god of this village and become an existence above even gods. Since when did I care about God, huh? Maybe because my grandfather often talked about him? Here, this is the 10-yen coin you gave me before. My debt's paid off now. You just keep clinging to your throne and tormenting people with your trials, while I fight my battles to knock you down from there. And so, I chucked the 10 yen I once borrowed from God into the offertory box. For a moment, I couldn't understand what happened. The 10-yen coin was supposed to fall into the offering box. But how can I explain this? That's not what happened. I aimed correctly, for certain. Who could miss an offertory box anyway? That's not it. Because the 10-yen coin stopped in midair, as if it got stuck in a spider web. Then it bounced back to me and fell by my feet. It was as though the offertory box had refused the coin. Of course. An offertory box is to respect God. But what I did was challenge him. That means this is... I jumped. Because I thought I was the only one here. Anyone would jump when finding there's someone else standing there unexpectedly. Oh! How long has she been there? It's like she came out from the shrine. A mysterious girl is standing on the other side of the offering box. She's wearing a shrine maiden uniform, so she must be one of the caretakers here. That's what I thought, too. But there's something else about her. She's not just one of the shrine caretakers. She is the shrine itself. Because the girl is staring into my eyes. No, she's glaring. I smiled back fearlessly. I think she heard my words a challenge to God. She's wearing that expression on her face because of that. The words came out naturally. You are the god of this place, aren't you? The girl didn't nod, but I took that as a yes. What a contradictory feeling. I'm rejecting the god of this land, denying its very existence, yet I don't doubt this girl is that god. The girl opened her mouth to speak.
Strong will reinforces faith.
That's right. That's what I say to myself often. I never said that to anyone or quoted it from anything. So under normal circumstances, I should be surprised to hear this girl say that. But this girl isn't human, so I'm not surprised. I replied to her. God throws the die of fate and has fun with people, depending on what he gets. But people have willpower. The stronger the willpower, the less chance of being bound by the result of the die. You see, people can gain a power that's strong enough to fight fate by working to their limits.
Yes, I understand that very well. An unshakable conviction defeats the die of fate.
Hang on, I'm drinking water. That's right. That is mankind's revenge against the gods who toy with them by a dice roll. The hymn of those who would... How the fuck do you say this word? I've heard it said like 3 different times. Slow? Because I've heard slough, I've heard slew, I've heard slow. Okay, I'm gonna say slow. Would slow the gods' interference and forge their own destiny. Know my divinity, and that I earned this day through effort, after enduring all misfortune. Spiteful laughter flowed out of my mouth. The girl's face displayed a strong will of her own. Her expression didn't even change a bit. Oh!
I understand very well.
She looks so long.
Your tail makes it look like she has one. I understand very well. No matter how many times we repeat, our fate doesn't change. That was all because of your strong willpower.
That's right. A strong will reinforces fate. That fate, so empowered, isn't bothered by the results of a die. That means it's a certain future.
You, a human, found that truth before us gods who have been living for hundreds of years. I admit it. Your existence is close to that of a god.
I'm honored. The girl glared at me with her eyes half shut. No, it was more like she was proclaiming something to me, while displaying her own strong willpower.
I won't be defeated this time. We always thought we couldn't win against you. That was why I surrendered. I abandoned hope and crawled around the wheel of life. Then I learned. The power of belief can cause a miracle that forges your destiny.
Are you saying you'll cause a miracle, using your strong will that will defeat the destiny woven by mine? That's logical enough. Because that's a law of this world. A strong will can make a desired future possible.
We won't be defeated by your will.
That's fine. So you insist on being an old god. Also, Yoma's comment, she looks like you could drop her into a game of Tetris and erase 4 lines at once. She does. She does. Try it and see your willpower can defeat mine. God tests people, yet people aren't allowed to test God. So I'm going to test you here. See if your willpower can defeat mine. Come on, go ahead, try it! That's clearly a declaration of war from me to God. This is the beginning of my revenge towards God, who put me through so much misery. And this girl, this God, is accepting my challenge directly.
I'm not as powerful as you are. I can't do as many things as you can. Even if my willpower is as strong as yours, you're still more powerful than I am.
That's right. I've gained an overwhelming power. You have absolutely no idea what I had to go through to gain it. You can't even touch me.
I know. I know how powerful you are. Compared to yours, the power my friends and I command is insignificant. But I can choose not to give up. I won't admit my loss. I won't give up until the day when your die rolls 1 and my die rolls 6. I'll prove the strength of my willpower by not surrendering to you for eternity. Stacking up stones in the riverbed will allow us to cross the river and appear before you as an equal. And that's when this long battle of fate will come to an end.
Fine. Come on then. We'll see who has the stronger will. Whoever has the stronger conviction will create the future. The future desired by the stronger conviction will come to pass. I will hold my ground. In my future, my grandfather's great work is praised, and he becomes a god, and I take revenge on God for testing me by making me go through such misery. Stupid little god. I'll show you. I've never seen her make that expression. I'll drag you down from your pedestal. Bring it on! Oh my god, the end of the chapter was right there. We could have kept going. Oh!
I knew this was coming. I wanted it to be the intro.
That's fair. That's fair. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Sorry, I was testing to see how that's going. Oh wow, we get the title.
Chapter 8, Matsuri Bayashi.
3 streams later, or we're on the 3rd stream. That's funny. Oh, man, I need some water.
Higurashi is so cool. Can you believe that Umaneko's cooler?
No. I can't. But that's what everybody tells me. Damn it.
You don't get tips, okay? Earn them.
Why is there even a menu? If they're not gonna get...
It's your menu for saving in a break.
I guess. Close. Alright, well. On to chapter 5, I believe.
Yes!
I have, like, acid in my throat. It hurts. So I'm gonna drink some more water.
Okay.
Acid reflux or some shit, I guess. I don't know.
It's 35 degrees today, by the way.
That's really hot. Over there. What's that? It's that's like 90 something, I think.
Let me see.
Let me also,
It's 95 Fahrenheit.
Ew! Ew! It's like 21. See here? Oh, it's not bad. There was... Yeah, there was, someone in Redacted's chat a while ago, that was like, it's 21°C over here, it's so hot, and I looked it up, and I was like, that's 71 Fahrenheit. And I wanted to be polite, so I was like, oh yeah, I can understand, like, it's probably a lot hotter indoors, because, like, I understand, because I live in an apartment that faces the sun, and it gets like 15 degrees hotter in my apartment than it does outside, but I was in my head, I was like, weak.
No, yeah, like, I would prefer it to be cooler than 21, but, like, that's perfectly livable. That's fine.
Yeah, and even if it's like hotter indoors, it's
Yeah.
you can deal with it. Currently it is 10 degrees hotter than that in my apartment right now. So, yeah.
Yeah, I've been thankful that today, despite the fact that it's humid and muggy, there has been cloud cover. So,
That is the craziest typo I've ever seen in my fucking life. I just need to make fun of you real quick for that. 71 Fahrenheit and a little breed? What have you been talking about,
live
sheep?
in North Alaska or something, and it could be hard for them to be used to it. Yeah, well, no, probably not.
No, it was, they were in the UK. They were in the UK.
Even by UK standards, 21's not that.
Exactly! Exactly! I mean, I wonder what sheep's been role-playing lately. I don't know if you roleplay. I'm joking. I'm making fun of you because it's funny, and I can do that. And I don't know. This PNG tuber is giving me power. What?
I was about to say, what was your fucking descent into Heather/Mean Girls type shit just now?
Is it awesome? Do you like it?
Yeah.
I accept the japes. Good. Only the strong will survive. Only the strong will survive. I've become a Heather. And by that I mean Silent Hill 3 Heather. Welcome!
Yay. Welcome to the sun-drenched tropical paradise of Isle Delfino.
Wow! Is this you? Oh no, this is Ryukishi, so you want to be Ryukishi.
Welcome to the world of Higurashi, Chapter 8, Matsuri Bayashi.
Don't make that fucking face. I will get you. I will kill you. You know what? Bring it on! Shut up. Anyway.
In this world, you will be able to recreate the story from Hanyu's point of view.
Huh.
Your objective is to create the June 1983 ideal to you.
What the fuck?
You will need to collect many different fragments to make that possible. However, Takano's conviction is very strong.
I want to pause just real quick. So the Hanyu we just saw, was that after Rika and her had found out that Takano
Yes.
was... Okay. So Hanyu was able to go back that far, even though, like, her power is allegedly, like, dwindling?
Hanyu is able to be present at all times and always.
That's crazy.
Technically a god.
Okay.
Rika can only be brought back so far.
Okay. That was my question, and I wasn't sure if it was going to be answered in the future. But that's interesting. Okay.
To overturn it, you will need a lot of effort and a lot of fragments. I'll warn you right now, it'll be a slow and painful process. Hanyu went through it for over 100 years, and she even had to stop and give in to fate. Defeating Takano's conviction will not be easy. The trial in this world will put you through as much pain as Hanyu had to endure. You may surrender, just like Hanyu did, after being emotionally worn down by the constant repetition of the worlds woven by countless fragments. When you feel like surrendering, you can end the game at any time. But if you do, the worlds revolving around your friend's fate will be limited to Onikakushi through Minagoroshi. By forgetting about this world and uninstalling this product, you will finally accept death.
I'm just thinking about Undertale now.
I do think it's interesting as, like, this is a game that is like, please finish, please, versus Undertale, which is like, please uninstall me.
Yeah. This game is gonna hurt and it sucks and you'll fucking die. I mean, I was just telling my chat I was gonna be fucking mean to them and wanna watch my streams? I'm gonna verbally abuse everyone. Awesome. Let's go!
Yay.
That's what everyone's here for. Woohoo!
Just like Rika did.
Just like Rika did. Verbally
Suffer
abused
like
chat.
Rika did. Your ideal June 1983 can be created by putting together 50 fragments that are scattered all over this world. To connect these fragments together, you will need the right ones. There are 50 of them, which may be dizzying. Sorry, Yoma just DM'd me something. However, this world isn't that personal.
It had to be really funny.
Do you want me to send it to you?
Yes. Is it a secret? Is it a secret?
No.
I think you sent. Wait. Yeah, no, I almost made that joke too. Hang on. Do we want to share this with the class? Hang on.
I'm happy to.
I'm gonna share this
I'm
with
sure
the class.
Yoma's fine with it.
Hi, Yoma. I'm gonna share this with the class and put you on. Will this work? Let's see. Yeah. I almost went. But anyway, let's.
To ease your pain, there'll be a little help for you. When you choose the wrong pieces, your only ally here will give you a sign that it's not yet time to put those fragments together. As long as the sign remains, you won't be able to connect them. You might as well go look for different ones.
I feel like we make too many Undertale jokes, or that was a Deltarune joke, because there was that time with Rika, like, her words weren't just hopes and dreams. Bah! That was one of my favorite jokes I've made in my life, and it was so fucking stupid.
After you put other fragments together, you might be able to connect the ones you couldn't put together earlier. When that happens, she'll let you know. Let's put those fragments together. Then you'll be able to join the other ones too. When you connect all 50, they'll become one big fragment. There you'll find your ideal June 1983. That's when the long-awaited Matsudabayashi will begin. Before you peek at each fragment, why don't you line up all 50 of them first? Most of them require other fragments, so there are only a few you can actually look at. Let's try to find those first. To see the conditions for connecting fragments, just point the cursor at them. Before anything else, let's find the ones you can look at without any conditions. This will be an extremely long and difficult trial. Let me tell you again, Hanyu challenged this for over 100 years and gave up on it. If you believe in miracles in the same way your friends do, even if you don't live in the world where they live, if you believe in them, welcome. Welcome to the world of Higurashi Chapter 8, Matsudabayashi. In this world, you'll be tested to see if you believe in the world that Rika and the others believed in. A miracle only happens when everyone combines their strength. The June 1983 created by Takano is nearly indomitable. She's gathered many people whose power are beyond the average person to her side, her backers being at the center of national authority. Even if 100 dice all rolled ones, there wouldn't even be a chance to defeat her. In other words, a miracle is the only way forward. A miracle happens only when everyone combines their strength. And you are one of them.
That is so beautiful.
Are you ready?
Yes.
I'm more than ready. The key to a long journey is not to pressure yourself too hard. Well, let's take it at a light pace. I'll work while drinking my usual wine. Shall we begin? We have all the time in the world.
Let's go, Ryukishi.
Was that Ryukishi, though?
Probably not. Who drinks wine? Rika?
I know who that was.
Frederica?
You've obtained new fragments.
Dodging the question.
Also, I love this song. It feels like I'm on a call waiting for a doctor's appointment.
Yeah, it sounds like, I was gonna say, it sounds like hold music.
Yes.
Or it sounds like a menu in a like sci-fi racing game from the PS1.
Yeah.
Oh, this is where the tips went. Oh, interesting. Satoko Hojo's detailed test result is required. Kyosuke Irie's decision is required. This is super interesting.
Every 2 loops it gets interrupted by, your call is on hold. We will be connecting you soon.
You will be connected in less than 15 minutes, and then an hour goes by.
Yeah.
Discontinuation of Satoko Hojo's dissection plan is required. Kyosuke Irie's motive to become a doctor is required. The 3rd year's curse of Oyashiro-sama is required. An L5 stage patient's dissection is required. The Queen Carrier must be willing to participate. This is insane. A live specimen for research is required. A tragedy at the dam construction. The death of the construction site manager. The hospitalization of Satoko Hojo. Rika's father being marked as an opportunist is required. Rika's mother's suspicion is required. The death of Satoko Hojo's aunt is required.
Anyway, why aren't there any tips in this chapter? Evil and intimidating 50 tips mystery game.
This fragment is required first.
Sorry for being late. I had an unusually large number of patients today. Thank you for coming, Lieutenant Colonel Irie.
Tomitake stood up suddenly and saluted when he saw Irie come into the room.
All right. Stop calling me Lieutenant Colonel. I'm a doctor. I just can't get used to military ranks. Can you call me Director instead? Understood, Director Irie.
Tomitake, of course, knew that Irie didn't like to be called Lieutenant Colonel, so it was something of a joke. They laughed casually together. On the other hand, Takano looked rather fed up with it. She couldn't stand hearing the same joke over and over and was even thinking about talking to Tomitake about it. But she didn't want to hurt his feelings, so she simply never had the chance. Maybe it's because of how Tomitake pronounces it, but she keeps hearing Risa, Lieutenant Colonel in Japanese is Nisa. Once she heard it that way, she kept hearing Irie Risa every time Tomitake said it. When Takano told Irie about it, he had a good laugh. Today was just a simple meet and greet, and tomorrow was the actual meeting. Tomitake had already arrived, but there would be more inspectors from Tokyo at the meeting, waiting to hear about the progress that had been made.
Anyway, I heard the whole village is all up in arms with the dam construction project. You can say that again. The village is in such a mess. I participated in the local municipal explanation meeting as an official, but the whole thing was alive with angry shouts and profanities.
After the basic Hinamizawa Dam project was announced, the village was consumed with uproar. The government retracted their plans for concessions rather early on. They made their aggressive stance clear. They didn't want the locals to take advantage of them by showing their willingness to compromise. However, that backfired horribly. As they had historical ties to the land, the government's actions only made their bonds stronger. Neither the government nor the locals wanted to back down. People from Hinamizawa are rather hot-tempered. Maybe because they're the descendants of demons.
It's not funny. That wild meeting lasted all night. I feel your pain. Really, it's not funny, Tomitake-san. So what's going on with the dam construction? Are they really going to submerge this village? Tokyo's applying their pressure to the situation, too. Things might seem clamorous on the surface, but in truth, the supporters behind it are wavering rather hard. I hope their pressure produces results soon.
Hi, Tazara, thank you.
The whole village is buzzing with action from dusk to dawn, and I worry the villagers' minds are growing agitated. Sometimes I have to listen to my patients go on and on about their opinion on the dam construction plan.
Why do you even listen to them? You're too nice.
I have to. I'm a clinic director first and research center director second. It's part of my job to listen to them. That's very nice of you. It's admirable. I know the people in Tokyo will call off the plan sooner or later, but the villagers don't. So they have to live in fear that they might be forced to leave the land where they lived for generations.
Even if you're told to leave, they don't have money, and a lot of them are old. Maybe some wanted an increase in the amount of compensation they'd be offered, but the government changed its mind. I don't think it's possible for them to come to a peaceful agreement at this point.
There were actually some villagers who were satisfied with that amount and were willing to leave. However, the Sonozaki family didn't want to change their stance on the issue. They're actually leading the villagers in a fight against the government. There are blaring announcement vans everywhere, and ads and flyers are attached to circulation notices. It's a serious matter for them. I guess I can understand. I hope the construction plan will be called off soon for their sake. Once it's called off, this village will become peaceful once again. I know that, of course. Things are moving right along in Tokyo, so please give us a little more time.
I've heard a rumor from Tokyo that you're having problems finding a way to pressure the Minister of Construction. Is that true?
Oh, I'm not sure, but I've heard myself that they're having a little problem with some of the details.
Takano had powerful people supporting her, but they didn't control all of Japan. There were some things they excelled in, but also other things that they weren't too good at. Finding a way to put pressure onto the Minister of Construction fell into the latter. In all seriousness, though, we really won't be facing any requests to leave this area because of the dam, right?
Of course not. I can guarantee that won't happen. It's just taking longer than we thought, that's all. So please continue your research. We were told that if things can't be resolved peacefully, then we may have to use drastic measures. Drastic measures? What do you mean, Tomitake-san? You don't need to worry about that part, Director Irie. Please, let us take care of it. I see. Okay. Thank you for your work.
It's fine, Director Irie. The dam construction plan will be called off. It's already been decided. As Takano giggled, Tomitake laughed too. However, Irie couldn't understand what was so funny, so he felt left out. Irie only understood the meaning of those drastic measures when he examined a young boy he had never seen in the village before. Alright, well, we did the first one.
It wasn't the Sonozaki family who kidnapped the boy.
That's right.
They always attested that it wasn't them.
Alright. Okay. Was there... Okay, so once I read one and the requirement is met, does the does it change underneath it?
Good question. I don't remember.
Oh, okay. Okay, so that's
Let's just try and find some other ones that don't have requirements and we can, like...
Okay. The Queen Carrier must be willing to participate. Rika! Do you want to participate? Nipa! Okay, cool. Damn it. Damn it! Alright. Oh!
We get a little smash, though, if it can't be connected yet.
Oh no, is that bad? Did I fuck up?
No, you didn't fuck up, it's fine.
Oh, okay, it's just an indicator.
It just means it can't be connected yet.
Okay, got it. Okay.
I don't think that there's a way to, like, fuck this up.
Got it.
It's just a matter of figuring out what goes where when.
I love some of these. A bat to beat her to death is required. Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, here's another one we can do.
Group physical exams are very meaningful for our research. Although it's only for certain age groups, we can examine many of the Hinamizawa residents at the same time. It's a perfect cover for our research center. Also, because of several arrangements, we have a monopoly on the villagers' corpses, and can perform autopsies on them too. That's a fucked up thing to say. There certainly wasn't an environment this rich in opportunity for those in the medical field. Our follow-up on the work of the late Dr. Takano is going smoothly. The amount of data he compiled is absolutely astounding. He truly was an incredible researcher. This is probably EDA. Excuse me, Director.
Oh, Takano-san. Thanks for your work.
We just received the rest of the test results from Tokyo. Here they are.
Thank you. It's getting interesting, isn't it?
I'm glad we can share this joy. Do you want to take over the narration since I'm pretty sure
can.
it's EDA? Yeah.
Takano-san is my assistant, who was sent from the Self-Defense Force. But she's far from the image I have of an SDF officer. Just like our research is being concealed, maybe her identity is concealed too. I'm sure her name is an alias as well. I'm just a doctor and a researcher. Without Takano-san's support, it would be impossible for me to manage this institution. She's a pipeline to her clients in Tokyo, my assistant, as well as a researcher who's an expert on Hinamizawa syndrome. Her existence is absolutely necessary here. The more I think about it, the more I feel as if this should have been the Takano Institute rather than the IDEA Institute, and she should have been the director. But that was explained to me when they asked me to take this position. My client wanted a civilian to manage this place. They searched for a person who met their requirements, and there I was. I became the director. I have a feeling I'm just a puppet on their strings. But I won't just sit here and do nothing. I was asked to research a rare disease. I'm a researcher. So of course I'm excited about that. My client's goals might be different, but I'm here out of the desire to unravel the mysteries of Hinamizawa syndrome and be the first person to uncover a new mystery for mankind. We have all this data that suggests the existence of a parasite as the cause for the syndrome. Yet we still can't find factual evidence of the culprit microbe itself.
That's true. I thought we'd find it easily if we used an electron microscope. Microscope? Microscope.
Viruses are too small to see with a regular microscope.
Hashtag microscope. Sorry.
So the invention of the electron microscope was a dramatic advancement in the world of medicine. However, it's very expensive, and there's no way for a formal doctor to acquire one. A normal doctor, even.
Yeah.
The late Dr. Takano said an electron microscope could be used to find the cause of the disease, but it seems his theory has been proven wrong. Even Takano-san was hoping that an electron microscope would find it. She was disappointed when she didn't uncover anything at all after the autopsy she performed. Our research seems to be having its first snag. It has actually stalled our work for several weeks now. Sorry, your tail perfectly eclipsed the L's.
Oh!
So we need to think about where to go from here. Which means they're either smaller than microscopic, or maybe there's something wrong with the specimen itself.
What do you mean?
For example, as you know, wild mice have tons of fleas on them. But you can't find fleas on dead mice. That's because when the mouse dies, their habitat dies as well.
So, if the host dies, the parasite's world will end too.
That's right. Just like you won't find a living human in a post-apocalyptic world.
Therefore, we just have to look into the earth before it ends, right?
That's true. However, we need to think about human rights. It's hard to look into a brain while the patient is still alive. Examining a living human's brain, no matter how you sugarcoated it, that bore a very grave meaning. From a medical standpoint, it's necessary. But we have rules and morals in this world. And we have to advance medicine within such boundaries. There was a time when I was studying lobotomies for the betterment of mankind. I don't think I was wrong. However, could I ever be forgiven under our ideas of ethics? I don't know. One day, my judgment will be handed down by the devil. Whether I'm guilty or not, I have to accept it. As I reflected upon my past, I heard a voice. It was Takano-san's. It was very clear and simple, yet it struck me with surprise.
Understood. Let me prepare a world on the verge of death.
What? I'm startled. Sometimes the phrase, advancing medicine, bore the whisper of the devil, tempting us to accept sacrifices. I heard that devil whisper.
It's not that difficult. I just have to find a Hinamizawa resident who is about to die. That's all.
But even if they're about to die, who would be brave enough to provide their body for research while still alive?
Don't worry about that. If they're dying anyway, we're just going to put them to sleep a little sooner. On paper, of course.
The patient will be legally declared dead, even though they're still alive. And we'd perform an autopsy while they're still alive. That's impossible! Besides, if we perform neurological surgery, we have to do a circular incision on the cranial area. Their family will notice the marks for sure.
And that's where we come in. I'll have the mountain dogs look for a patient in the local hospital that matches our needs immediately. All you have to do is wait with a knife and a fork in your hands. I'll bring your meal right away.
Mio Takano-san is my partner. There's no question about that. But I just can't trust her. It's her extremities as a researcher which contrast largely with mine. But are we so different? I'm here simply waiting with a knife and fork in my hands, just as she told me to. I just don't want to witness such a gruesome scene, that's all. What she's preparing for me now is exactly what I want. Who's the hypocrite? Not her. It's me. How can I say I'm different knowing what I've done in the past? I've performed lobotomies without the patient's consent, despite it being surgery that might affect their life forever. How is that different from what she's doing? I've never doubted my past achievements. However, when I look at her, I start to feel unease. Takano-san is talking to Okanagi-san on the intercom in my office. I'm sure she's telling him to come over so she can explain to him what was just discussed. I'm simply watching without stopping her. I begin to reflect upon my past, to remember why I chose to become a doctor.
That's one of the prerequisites.
This is why Irie pisses me off.
Because he's an interesting
Irie
character.
that we saw here is fucking fascinating.
Yes, yes. Also, what's the fucking experiments during World War II that, like, was brought up on one of the chapters that was censored in, like, the PlayStation version or the console version because it's, it's a very touchy subject because...
I know what you're talking about, I can't remember the name.
Yeah, that one. Unit 731.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. They brought that up in one of the chapters where it was who we thought was Mion, but actually Shion, talking about that. So that is a topic that has been addressed in Higurashi, and the fact that that scene was about the moral, like, coding of, like, what the fuck, we can't just, like, this is morally wrong, but it's good for science. Like, because Unit 731, it was like, morally black. It was bad, but...
Morally black.
Morally black. So,
Downright Stitchin.
Yeah, it was bad. They did terrible experiments on people while people were still alive, and they did not survive, most of them. And there was a lot that was learned about medical science through that. That, like, I remember the US wanted to buy this information from them, and I don't remember if they did. I think they did. And, like, so that being, like, the topic of that whole conversation, I'm drawing parallels here.
Yeah. The way I've always said it is, medically indispensable, morally reprehensible.
Yes, yes. Oh, I like how it rhymes a little bit. Alright, let's go see Tomitake.
Do we want to take a break though? Because the ad's about to run.
Yeah, let's take a break first. Let's take a...
I'll keep talking to chat.
Alright, burp. We'll burp. Alright, I will mute myself and go stretch and probably get some more water or seltzer or something to help with my throat. I should be fine though. I think it was just a weird acid reflux that happened.
It happens.
It happens. Hey Ed. Mute.
Hello. How about that airplane food, am I right? How are we all doing today? Are you enjoying the Higurashi? What do you think about, unconsenting lobotomies? Write what you feel about unconsenting lobotomies in chat. I shan't say. Speaking of unconsenting lobotomies, how about that Kennedy family? Yeah, that was fucked up. People sure used to do that, and probably still do, under the cover of darkness. Sigh.
Okay, I'm unmuted in the chat now.
Hello.
What's happening with the Kennedy family?
I don't remember which member of the Kennedy family it was, but, at one point they had I believe it was a mentally disabled member of their family who they gave an unconsenting lobotomy to in an attempt to, if not make them better, at least make them quiet.
That's incredibly fucked up.
Rosemary Kennedy, that's it.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
Lobotomies in general, I don't care if you consent or not, absolutely morally reprehensible.
Yeah. They don't help.
No, they don't. They really don't. They don't. I talked about it last stream. Yeah. Last stream I talked about it. The dude who like invented lobotomies did it on a chimpanzee and was like, look, I changed the way this chimpanzee acts by cutting out part of their brain. And everybody was like, dude, that's fucked up. We can't use that in like the medical field. What the fuck? And he was like, fuck you, I'm doing it anyway. There's medical history is absolutely fascinating to me because it's incredibly fucked up. And it's just, there's so much. It's crazy. Don't even get me started on Dr. Kellogg. Fuck that guy. Nervous laughter.
Really complicated.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
It's really complicated because a lot of the stuff that we use for modern science today is stuff that is completely indispensable for the field.
Mm-hmm.
The ways we got it were not worth it.
I don't care if you consent or not was a hell of a sentence for ads to end on. Yeah, no, I'm talking about lobotomies. I don't care if somebody wants a lobotomy done. Don't do it. It's fucked up. Anyway, don't lobotomize anybody.
Transorbital lobotomies were originally done with an ice pick from the guy's kitchen.
Ow. Fucked up. Alright, speaking of fucked up, more Higurashi.
Yeah, it's enough to give you a migraine.
Oh yeah.
Alright, let's find another one that doesn't require.
This one. Tomitake. Thank you, JM, for the welcome back. Basu. No, wait, what does that say?
Forecast said there was a chance of rain in the evening.
Do you want me to narrate, or? Sorry, I got distracted by it saying Basu. No, Noriba? Yeah, anyway. The forecast said there was a chance of rain in the evening. but I didn't think it would rain so hard. This is probably Tomitake. Never mind, you can take it.
The famous Hinamizawa bus stop. True! We decided to wait in an abandoned bus stop for the rain clouds to clear. I'm sorry, Takano-san.
Oh, don't be, Jiro-san. I knew it would pour, so don't worry about it.
Takano-san giggled. Although she said the weather might change suddenly, I dragged her out here. I feel stupid for making her come along and ending up ruining her precious day off. I have to go back to Tokyo tonight, so it'll be a while before I can return to Hinamizawa. I didn't want to spend my last day at a cheap hotel in Okinomiya, so I asked her to go for a stroll. It's just... I'm really sorry. She teased me for a while, but only a little. She wasn't actually enjoying driving me into a corner. That's just her way of communicating, and I find it very charming. I think I've become captivated by her.
Me too, buddy.
But on her part, I'm just an auditor from Tokyo. That's why she's being nice to me, and it's definitely not because she likes me personally. So I feel I might have used my position to drag her out here, and that makes me a little depressed. I probably should think this slight fever I have is due to nothing more than a cold. But she was the type of person who made it clear when she disliked something. She wouldn't say so directly, but she would use all kinds of indirect expressions that meant the same thing. So I want to believe she's out here because she might even be a little bit attracted to me. I shook my head as I frowned upon my selfish thoughts. She chuckled as though she knew what I was thinking. I felt myself starting to go red after that.
You're a mysterious person, Jiro-san. I bet women don't leave you alone, huh? So why are you hanging out with a weirdo like me?
A weirdo? No way! You're fascinating, Takano-san. Actually, I feel bad making you spend a day with someone like me.
Of course. I've decided to devote my life to my work, but life is too dry with only that. I need to switch gears once in a while. Besides, communicating with the opposite sex is good for the brain.
It's all good if I manage to help you clear your head.
Don't you feel refreshed just being with me?
She gives me an impish smile that makes my heart skip a beat. I tried hiding my embarrassment so she wouldn't even notice my ears going red. Of course, when I'm with you, I do feel refreshed, yeah. Besides, if you learn about avian photography, I'll gain a buddy to share my hobby with. So, next time, I'll bring my old camera. It's really expensive to buy a new one, you know?
Thank you. My voice cracked a little bit. Woo! I would love to learn about the avian photography that you're so intrigued by. I'm looking forward to joining you on a stroll next time you go. So I don't need to buy a camera, do I?
I'm too trans and lesbian to want to talk to the opposite sex. You know you can talk to people without wanting to bang them.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you can just talk to people and have enriching relationships with them that don't involve you being romantically or sexually involved with them.
Yeah. It's true. It's still, like, I agree with what Takano said. Like, I think it is good to talk to the opposite sex every so often, whether it's if you want to bang them or not. What, you can? I know, right? It's crazy.
That's definitely what Tomitake and Takano are angling toward, because they're into each other.
Like, you can...
But, you don't have to do that.
Yeah. It's true. It's true.
No. Try with my old camera first, and if you enjoy it, then you can buy one for yourself. I'll send it to you when I get back to Tokyo.
Thank you. And then I'll have you critique my photos when you come next time.
Sure. I can hardly wait to see them.
They'd be nothing compared to yours. It'd be my very first time doing it, you know.
While she keeps her cool and smiles, all I can do is blush and scratch my head. Am I being conceited? I can't help but think that Takano-san likes being with me. If it's mere flattery, I don't think she'd come along this far. That's valid, but not what I meant. Cis men make me uncomfortable in a lot of circumstances. I get that. That's okay.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I think that it is worth trying to create relationships with people from all walks of life, but I do
Mhm.
understand where you're coming from.
Mhm, mhm.
Also,
I was gonna bring up, I was watching the comedian I'm currently obsessed with, Ashley Gavin. She is hilarious and I love her. Highly recommend her stuff. There was a video I watched where she was calling out somebody in the audience, and she was asking her audience, like, is there somebody who's struggling with their sexuality? And somebody raised their hand, and she was like, okay, you don't know if you're gay? And she was like, you mean like queer? And she's like, gay, queer, you know what I mean. And she's like, oh no, I am queer. And she was like, okay, who are you attracted to? She was like, I'm attracted to everyone but cis men. And she was like, yeah. Yeah. And she's like, that's my favorite preference, because you're pan and there's only one type of person you won't date, and that is a choice. And I'm like, yeah. Real. Okay. My little tangent.
oh no, 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 no. Taking women's flattery seriously is the mistake I always make. I shouldn't assume that she's attracted to me.
That's funny. That's called ABCD. Anyone but cis dudes. I love that. By the way, isn't this the first time we've been alone like this?
Yeah, you're right. Usually the director or some other research staff is around.
I don't know anything about you. I don't know exactly what you do in Tokyo or what you've done in the past. I wonder what you do in the self-defense force.
I was an instructor for a while. Then I was injured and hurt my eye. I can live life normally, but they made a big deal out of it, and ever since all I do is desk work. Takano-san giggles, saying I must have done something silly to cause the injury. And when I helped PR with their magazine, I became fascinated by photography. Cameras have the power to make people happy. I bet you don't know what I'm talking about, but it's true. Since I started to take pictures, my life has been a lot happier.
How can a camera make someone happy?
Well, a camera takes a snapshot of a moment of life. Of course you want to capture a moment that's filled with happiness, right? So you look for happiness through the viewfinder. And as you search, you realize your everyday life is actually filled with happiness. For example, a dandelion sprouting from the crack of the asphalt is just a weed in a busy life. When you look at it through the viewfinder, it's a gift to let you know that spring is approaching. You capture it and put it in an album, and every time you open the album, you remember the happy feeling you had when you took the picture.
So you always feel that way when you take your pictures?
Sure. I don't have any ambitions of taking artistic photos or capturing a dramatic, prize-winning moment. That's not important to me. I want those moments we don't notice, and helping us recognize those little moments of happiness is the greatest thing about cameras to me. So, I'm really glad to be able to see Hinamizawa through my viewfinder. I have a tendency to go overboard when I talk, but most of the time Takano-san playfully twists my words right back at me. So it's very unusual for her to listen to me like this. Takano-san sat down next to me and tried to fiddle with my camera. I don't know how much of an impression I made, but I think she's indeed interested in cameras. I was expecting her to tease me like usual, so I'm happy to see that this is her reaction. Do you want to try?
Do you think I can?
It's easy. First, you just need to learn how to focus and press the shutter. Why don't you hold it? Oh, don't ever touch the lens, though.
This isn't easy.
Since she seemed to show an interest in cameras, I wanted to take a walk around Hinamizawa and take some pictures of the scenery. But unfortunately, the rain doesn't seem to want to stop. But she was still having fun, and kept taking pictures inside the bus stop. So the first set of pictures she ever took were of odd things in that dark little building. Since then, every time we'd meet, we'd ended up walking around the village with our cameras in our hands.
Oh, it's so sweet and so sad to know
They make their love so believable.
Now that Takano does not actually reciprocate. As
No,
far
I
as I
think she
know.
does.
You think she does?
I really, really think she does, but, like, her work is just too important. I think that Takano is the kind of person who can feel something, but the second that it's not convenient, shuts it down immediately.
But also, yeah, like Yoma said, it is very real. Like Tomitaka's like explanation of photography, because I really love photography. That's why I have my BRB screen with photos taken by the community, many of which are mine, because I really like taking pictures of places and things that are slightly off-putting, and it makes me happy.
I want to get back into photography. I was really soured in it after my bad experiences with media school, and how I've probably gone into my experiences with media school on stream. TLDR, my tutors were very poor to me because of my transness, and I had to drop out. And I was also kind of disillusioned with the fact that, like, everything to do with photography that we would do was nothing to do with, like, capturing the moments around you or the things that are important to you. It was about, how can you take a picture of this car so it's the most marketable?
No,
and
that's not what it's about.
It was all advertising, and I became so disillusioned with it. I haven't touched a camera since.
Yeah, that sucks.
This is making me want to get back into it.
Yeah, like, I took a photography class my last semester of school in general, and I loved it. I learned so much, because I learned like about, you know, like composition and like good compositions, and like you learn the rules of like the rule of thirds and and such, and contrast and all that, and we also got to physically develop film. That was fucking awesome.
I would have loved that.
You didn't? It's so cool, because you have to be in, like, we had to go into like the bathroom, the school bathroom, and turn off all the lights and just kind of sit around and shake our little canisters. it was really fun. But no, it was sick. It was sick as fuck. I learned so much about photography, and I've loved photography ever since. I love going through life and looking at something and being like, that's really cool. I'm gonna take a picture of that. The other day, I took a picture of a fridge because it was outside. Why the fuck was it outside? I don't know. So I took a picture of it. It was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, next fragment. Oh wait, hang on, let me take a sip. I'll be the government official. So the dam construction will bring in new jobs and revitalize the local industry.
That's not what we're saying!
Who the hell gave you permission to build a dam here?
You squeeze tax money from us and this is what we get in return? Who do you think pays our salaries, huh?
Look, we're trying to explain to you.
We don't want to hear your excuses. We want to know when you'll stop the construction.
You're useless. Bring the Minister of Construction here. He'll get to the bottom of it.
Shut up, you yuppie!
Hey, you're paid with our tax money, so why the hell are you talking down to us from up there? Come down here and let's speak face to face. The auditorium is filled with angry shouting. The sign at the entrance says, Hinamizawa Dam Construction Explanatory Meeting. Every time the official on the stage tried to say anything, the citizens packed into the room and silenced him with their shouts. Trying to ignore them, the official continued to explain the pros of the dam, but that just further infuriated them. Between the stage and the citizens, there was an open area where a police squad is standing by. If they weren't there, the citizens would jump onto the stage and start a riot. Oh, you're Hanyu.
Watching all of this from the back of the auditorium. It's obvious to anyone that they're being swallowed by their anger. They've become filled with a bloody red rage. The anger that came from a certain purpose becomes a purpose in itself and creates a vicious cycle where anger leads to more anger. Anger is a necessary emotion for humans. People face many difficulties in their lives. Anger gives them the motivation to fight and conquer such difficulties. Therefore, anger is an essential part of life itself. So I will never reject anger itself. However, anger like this, that goes far beyond normal, makes people forget their purpose, That is no longer an essential part of life. As the blood rushes to their head, the person can't even remember what they've done. They go out of control. Such emotions are very painful, sad, and difficult to endure. I can clearly see the villagers who live alongside us turning into demons. I understand the rules of the human world. The power of an individual can't be compared to the power of the government. To be able to fight, an individual needs to become part of a larger unified power. But to steer that unified power in the right direction is extremely difficult. The cycle of anger leads to more anger. Not anger that helps you live, but anger that exists only for anger. It's just like being a demon. This emotion is capable of violently rousing us from our long, peaceful slumber. Everyone is immersed in their own anger. We lived peacefully with the villagers while we slept quietly. Yet now we've awakened. And it's like the world is trying to return to that age when demons are set to rise from Onigafuchi Swamp. I keep shouting at everyone to get them to calm down, but my voice can't reach them because of the vicious cycle of anger. Even so, I'll continue shouting, hoping even one of them will hear my voice. Because if I don't do anything, demons may awaken. The demons that went into a deep sleep may reawaken because of this commotion. Then, all of a sudden, the atmosphere changed. Looking up, I saw that the angry exchange between villagers and those on the podium had devolved into confrontation between the villagers themselves. What's going on?
Shut up! Those are your reasons, not ours. Don't pull us into this, you old hag.
Who the hell cares? The hell you say, you bastard!
Hey, do you know who you're talking to? This is Oryo-san. You've got some nerve, huh? Who the hell do you think you are? Shut up! Sonozaki, so what? I'm Hojo. Get your goons away from me. Get your goons.
Hey, Hojo! How dare you say that you want the village to be submerged? How much are they paying you?
Shut up, you old geezer! Listen, there are plenty of poor people in Hinamizawa. Not everyone is rich and has fields all over the mountains like you do. I'm satisfied with the compensation from the government. They've even offered to provide us with public housing. Yet you are ruining everything, you assholes. Don't pretend you're the same as us. If you want to fight with the government, why don't you fight by yourself? Then who's going to pay? You? I'm poor and have 2 kids at home. I was planning to start a new life by leaving here in peace after getting compensation from the government and finding a job elsewhere. But you, since when did you represent me, huh? Do you think you're that important or what?
Hey, Hojo! How dare you betray us? Then get out! Get out of this village!
Sure, I'll be happy to. But you're going to pay what I'm entitled to, right? You're going to pay me every yen of the compensation I was going to get from the government. Even if I wanted to leave the village, I don't have the money. If you're going to pay me, I'll leave straight away.
Hojo's right. There are plenty of residents who are willing to leave. You 3 families shouldn't drag us into this. The hell is this? Who just spoke? Come on, who was it?
If you want to stay, then stay. We have the right to leave, so don't interfere.
That's right. Back the hell off, you damn Sonozaki hag!
Of course, we'll compensate the people who support the damn construction plan. We most certainly will not steal the land from you.
Shut up, government dog! Are you trying to divide the village? Die, Hojo! You don't deserve to breathe the village air. Hold your breath and suffocate to death!
Screw you, old hag! I'll murder your ass! Step up front, you damn hag! Hey! Stay out of this, you fat pig! No wonder Oreo hates...
Good.
No wonder Oreo hates the Hojos.
That was very good, Hojo. I haven't been this pissed off in so long. You'll get what you deserve. Look forward to it.
Get him, Hojo! The government has to provide us new jobs, shelter, and compensation. Hey! Stop this violence. All of you, stop it! Stop it!
Like hell, bring it on! Come and get some! Everyone's being tainted with bloody red anger, and I can only watch. The least I can do is to apologize for the tragedy that's about to happen. I'm sorry. This is how things started. From this day onward, the Hojo family and the Sonozaki family will wage a feud against each other, and the Hojo family will become ostracized within the village. This marks the beginning of Satoko and Satoshi's lives of tremendous hardship.
I like how all these scenes are, like, fairly short.
I like the vignettes, yes.
It's very cool. This is...
little snippets into history.
This is the coolest thing that Higurashi has done, I think, is, like, make it so we have to watch these in a particular order. There was one that was about, repetitive apologies are required. I wanted to see if that, description, like, disappeared. But we can also just check. Oh.
Early summer, 1979 AD.
Okay, so that confirms that the dialogue doesn't change.
Shit, damn it, shit. Manager, come on, say something. Manager?
You idiot, he's dead already. A loud noise snapped everyone out of it. Someone dropped the shovel he was holding. The shovel was smeared with reddish-black blood. No, not just the shovel. All 6 construction workers' clothes were blood-soaked, too. One of them cried out to the silent dead body of the manager, which was drenched in blood.
Manager, oh.
Shut up! He's already dead! It was self-defense, right? Self-defense! The fight had started after the manager yelled at them for drinking beer inside the office. There were no drinking and no smoking signs everywhere. The manager harshly scolded anyone who broke that rule, so it was the 6 workers' fault for disobeying. But they drank because they were stressed out by the anti-dam protesters. That's why they said things to provoke the manager. They told him to step out, and the others went along. The construction workers toiled hard in long hours. That's why they instigated the fight with the manager to release their stress. They had expected to just curse at each other or to end up in a wrestling match, but things escalated. Or to put it more accurately, the manager exploded all of a sudden. The manager had to deal with the residents' protests as well. So he was under just as much pressure, or maybe even more. But how he changed was not normal. The manager was calm at first, but he gradually became more aggressive, and it was like he transformed into someone completely different. No, it was like he was possessed by something evil. The men who instigated the fight sobered up when they saw his behavior. Then, the manager picked up a shovel that was nearby and tried to smash his opponent's head in with it. He managed to avoid the hit, but if he didn't, his head would have surely been split open. The manager kept pounding on him with the shovel, even as he frantically tried to avoid the hits. By this time, the workers had realized this was beyond a simple fight, so they tried to hold the manager down. But the manager turned on them with the shovel too. One of the men tried to protect himself by crossing his arms above his head. But there was no way that could have blocked a shovel swung with such force. Blood spurted out, and the man groaned in pain. By this time, the 6 men had realized the manager was not his usual self. This manager would try to bash in their brains without hesitation. Since their opponent was using a shovel as his weapon, they had to find some kind of weapon too. One of them grabbed a huge hammer. Then the others realized they needed to find something as well. To restrain the manager in that condition, it was better to arm themselves.
It wasn't supposed to be this way.
It didn't take that long for the madness to infect the 6 workers. It was only a matter of time before they went from restraining him to lynching him. By the time they realized what had happened, the manager was already a lump of meat. His face was swollen. Shreds of skin had been torn off of his muscles, and skull were visible too. Obviously, he was quite dead.
Fuck! He almost killed us, remember? If he hadn't attacked us, we wouldn't have fought him. right?
The leader of the Sixth, the one who instigated the fight, tried to bring the rest to his side, but nobody replied. There's something so good about the murder of the foreman that started everything just being a really trivial, pointless disagreement that got out of hand. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. I'm like, this is the first time we've, like, known this. This is, like, this was never, like, revealed to us. This is new information. I didn't know this about the first thing that started everything. That's crazy.
And Hanyu's had to watch all of it.
That's fucked up. And so, the leader became frustrated. He was the one who started the fight. The rest simply joined in. This was like the first curse of Oyashiro-sama, like, victim, right? Quote-unquote victim. Or, did this happen on Watanagashi? Right?
Around then. Yes.
Okay, so Takano swept in and took advantage and then started instigating the other, like, okay. That's fucked up. I thought she was behind all of them. But no, she just saw that happen and was like, oh, they see it as a curse. I'm just gonna keep doing it. So...
That's convenient for me.
That's convenient for her. He was the main perpetrator. Maybe that was why he was feeling so exasperated. He sensed that he was the one at fault.
Don't just stand there like a limp noodle. It's too late. We killed him, and there's nothing we can do about it. We're all murderers now. Back up.
You ain't thinking about turning yourself in and doing time, are you? Fuck you! I can't go to the slammer at my age.
We're hiding it. We're hiding this corpse and pretending nothing happened.
Some of them knew he was on probation for an assault incident once before. So if he got into trouble with the law again, the punishment would be more severe than they could imagine. That was why he was trying desperately to find a way out. If he was alone with the manager's body, then he wouldn't have behaved this way. All he would have to do was to hide the manager's body and pretend nothing happened. But there were 6 of them, including him. They were partners in crime and witnesses too. If even one of them turned himself in out of guilt, he'd be in big trouble.
That just put big trouble from The Simpsons in my head. The ball rap. But even if we hide the body, they'll find out sooner or later.
Instead, we should plead justifiable self-defense and they might end up pardoning us.
Don't be so stupid! Look at what we've done! Look at his face! Who would think this is the result of self-defense? His parents wouldn't even be able to identify him in this condition, you idiot!
But even if we hide it, everyone's going to find out tomorrow morning when the manager doesn't show. It's hopeless.
What's hopeless is your damn brain, you shithead!
He slapped the other man in the face. The leader had such an evil look in his eyes.
Listen well, dipshits. We're all murderers, okay? Keep griping now, and we'll all get slammed with 5 or 6 years. Just one of you here try and blab. We'll all be locked up. Don't underestimate the pen. If you're prepared to be caught anyway, then run like your life depends on it. You can resign yourself to it later when it's time to pay the piper.
His visage turned more and more demonic. It was the same expression the manager had just a few minutes before. Was he possessed by the same thing that possessed the manager? The 5 men started to think that way. So these are just symptoms of Hinamizawa syndrome. Like, if you become distrusting of somebody else, like that is a thing that fires up your parasites and makes you evil.
Oh yeah.
Now that they considered it, all the villagers in the anti-dam protests had the same expression on their faces too. The real name of Hinamizawa was Onigafuchi Village. People said that wicked demons lived there, and sometimes they possessed people. The men couldn't help but to recall that exaggerated story often told by the demonstrators. The manager swung the shovel after his expression changed to that demonic one. Okay, I know I'm positive I brought this up before, but there is this quote-unquote condition called kitsunesuki, which is someone being possessed by a kitsune, a fox in Japan. And I think that became like an actual thing that people were like diagnosed with for a while, and I think to this day there is a condition that is still called Kitsunesuke. I don't know what the symptoms are anymore, if it's still a thing. I could be completely wrong about that. But I think it's just super cool that this story is grounded in reality in that sort of way, because of course, if there is like a parasite, a mind control parasite that makes people crazy like this, people back in the day would think that this is demonic possession. Of course people would, because that's what it seems like on the surface.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit in the world like that that can be explained away with science, but you can fully understand how people in ye olden days found mystical or spiritual ways to explain them. Like, we had the eclipse yesterday, and it's the first one I've ever experienced. And it went fucking black in my room, and I'm just like, oh yeah, I understand why cavemen screamed now.
Yeah. No, it's fucking crazy. It's super cool. Anyway, the manager swung the shovel after his expression changed to that demonic one. There was no guarantee this man wouldn't do the same. In fact, he was still squeezing the hammer in his hand, glaring at everyone and threatening them. If someone suggested surrendering, he'd probably smash their head in with it. Yeah, the changelings, to explain, like, kids with autism back in the day. Yeah.
I know. To make sure nobody betrays the rest, I have an idea. It'll make it easier to hide the body, too.
What is it?
We're gonna cut up the body into 6 pieces.
What? They all wanted to object to the idea. Killing him was a serious crime itself. Dismembering the body would be too much. But if anyone objected, he'd be killed on the spot. So no one said anything.
We'll all cut him up together. Remember what the manager used to say? Teamwork. We're all in this together. We'll each take a body part and hide it responsibly. What do you think, huh? This way, we're all equally guilty, right? I won't let anyone give themselves up.
Oh, the 5 men were all taken in by his ghastly face, and they could even feel the fear of the Onigafuchi demons creep up on their backs. Teamwork makes the dream work! Cut up the body. Divide the responsibility evenly. Sound argument. Okay, that was the requirement for one of them. But I also saw a thing with my son. My son!
There's a couple with your son.
My son! But this one has requirements. My son!
You can do the one without requirements.
Yes! I haven't read for my son in so long! This might be Satoshi?
I think
okay.
so.
When I asked Rika-chan, she said Satsuko might have possibly gone up to the mountain behind the shrine. She's fond of going there. That mountain is covered in with trees, vines, and fallen logs. She really likes the area. Any child would dream of having a secret base. And to Satsuko, her secret base is the whole mountain. However, the mountains were undeveloped territory, making them a dangerous place that was easy to get lost in. As her brother, I'm a little concerned that she spends so much time on it. But maybe I should worry more about myself getting lost, since I rarely come here. The mountain gets dark quickly when evening falls. If I still can't find her, I should look for her somewhere else. Satoko! Satoko! I'm yelling as loud as I can, but in the woods my voice doesn't carry that well. According to Rika-chan, she has been making her secret base in this area. She goes up there alone to expand it. What does she mean by expand it? If it's a secret base, she must not want anyone to find it. Does that mean she set up some traps? Considering that, I should have noticed the traps on the mountain before one got me. Oh, ah! Suddenly, my foot sunk into the ground and snagged on something like a jump rope tied beneath dried leaves. I heard some noise from above, and then a big ball made of branches fell right next to me. It had to be one of the playful traps Satoko loved. If I wasn't so lucky, I'm sure the ball would have hit my head.
Hi! Look who's here! It's you, Nini!
Satoko! No, this kind of horseplay is dangerous!
Did you not see the sign put out by the Forestry Service? It clearly states it's dangerous to come into these woods. My wonderful traps will welcome anyone who ignores that warning.
As her brother, I should stop her from doing things like this, but when I see her brilliant smile, I can't say anything else. I haven't seen that smile in some time. By the way, Satoko, weren't you told to come home by evening since we're going out for dinner tonight?
I don't want to go. Why don't our mother and father go by themselves? If you want to, you can go with them, Nini.
Are you still angry at father?
He threw an ashtray.
No, that happened with our previous father. Our current one hasn't done that.
He locked me out on the veranda. He didn't feed me lunch. He complained I got him the wrong brand of cigarettes, then he slapped my face saying I shouldn't be a picky eater. And then...
She isn't talking about her current stepfather. Okay, so this also explains why Satoko was reporting to Child Services about her stepfather. She has Hinamizawa syndrome, and she has delusions.
She can't distinguish between the two of them.
Mm-hmm. Got it. Things about all her different stepfathers have mixed themselves up in her head. Every time our mother remarried, we had to call a different man our father. The word father isn't a word that should be taken lightly. If you don't truly acknowledge a man as your father, how can you call him that? That's how much weight it carries. However, just to make things smooth and peaceful, I used the word father even if I didn't want to. But it was too difficult for Satoko, young as she was, to do the same. Ever since Satoko was very little, she's been having troubles with all our stepfathers. She's never opened up to our current one. To Satoko, a father figure is no longer someone she can trust. It's true that our current stepfather doesn't have any experience being a parent, so he sometimes gets rather upset with her. But ever since the incident where Satoko called the child abuse hotline, our stepfather regretted his mistakes and tried his best to communicate with her. Even my mother realized how much Satoko has suffered emotionally when it was pointed out by the social worker. She's doing her part in trying to bring Satoko back into the family, but Satoko completely refuses to even try. It's understandable, though. Her childhood has been filled with misery. Satoko can only open up to me. That's why I have to be the one and only family member she can trust. Otherwise, she'll be all alone in this world. But a brother and sister alone can't be considered a family. Even if we don't get along now, if we continue to communicate, even in a small way, we may be able to become a real family someday. Satoko, our current stepfather is getting nicer. He says he wants to make up with you.
That's news to me.
That's because every time he tries to say something, you run away. He wants to talk to you. He says he won't make you eat pumpkin anymore.
That's a lie. He said I couldn't leave until I ate my pumpkin, and he tied me to the chair.
Again, she isn't talking about her current stepfather. Satoko, just come home with me, okay? Mother got a free dinner coupon, and we don't want it to go to waste, do we? We already have the reservation, so we have to go today.
Why don't you go, Nini? I prefer staying home alone.
Satoko usually doesn't stay out playing this late. She knows we're going out, and that's why she's out here alone. Although I want to snap at Satoko, I controlled myself. Because she only has me. I can't scare her. Please, let's go home, Satoko. You don't have to decide to go or not right now. You can think about it after we get there. Besides, without your help, I can't find my way down the mountain.
Nini, I've brought you here so many times already, and yet you still haven't learned? What am I going to do with you, Nini?
Satoko holds out her hand. She often says she's embarrassed to hold my hand in front of people, but she's holding out her hand right now. I took that hand. Satoko's fragile hand. I have to protect her as her big brother. Let's go home, Satoko. Let's go home! My son! I missed him.
He's just such a sweetie pie.
He's just a sweet boy. Sweet little boy. Okay. I'm gonna continue looking for ones that don't have requirements.
Okay.
There we go. Well, we know who that is.
My name is Satoko Hojo. But Hojo is my current father's family name. I was also Satoko Hatake, Satoko Yoshizawa, and also Satoko Matsura because of my previous fathers. I'm still not used to being called Hojo-san.
He's like one of those dogs old women carry in a bag. Shion being the old woman in question. What kind of dog? What kind of dog is he? Is he like a Yorkshire? Is he a Chihuahua?
He's like a very small Chihuahua Golden Retriever cross to me. Just something that should not be bred together whatsoever.
God.
If someone calls me Satoko, then I know that person's talking to me. Because Satoko is the name I've been using since I was born. I don't understand why my mother keeps getting married and divorced. If she's going to get a divorce, why does she get married? If she's married, why does she get a divorce? I've asked her before, but depending on the situation, her answers were different. When I asked her when she was married, she got angry. When I asked her after she got divorced, she cried. I don't understand the meaning of marriage. So I have no interest in drawing pictures of a bride in a wedding dress. I don't think I'll ever get married. I don't want to keep changing my child's last name. My teacher once asked if I liked my mother. I think it was when I was in kindergarten in Okinomiya.
I think it's very strange to also change the last name of your children when you get remarried, because that didn't happen to me. That's just interesting to me.
That was a very difficult question. Because sometimes I loved her very much, and sometimes I hated her very much. I couldn't decide. When my mother was nice, she smiled all the time. She made us happy. She thanked me for being her daughter. When my mother wasn't nice, she frowned all the time. She treated my brother and me very poorly. She told me I should have never been born. My teacher asked me if I liked my father. That was a very easy question, because I always hated him very much, no matter who he was. The new fathers always treated me nicely at first, as if I was their real daughter. They always told me I could think of them as my real father. But they couldn't be my real father. Besides, I didn't even know who my real father's face was. How could I call them my father? I couldn't. That was disgusting. Right before divorce, my fathers always became very irritated with me. They treated me like a cockroach. They told me they didn't have money to feed me, they threw things at me, and they locked me out on the veranda. I was told I could forget about them because that was all in the past. I think that was a different teacher from a different school. Maybe that's true. Because ever since Hojo became my father, my mother has been smiling. I haven't seen them get into a fight as I've seen happen just before a divorce. They have little arguments here and there, but those don't lead to a divorce, and they always make up. But I'm sure they'll get a divorce sooner or later. Then it'll be the same old stuff with a family court, divorce settlements, a night flight, a child support. So who knows how long this Hojo will be my father. That's why I don't even feel like calling him that. He also treated me well at first. When I didn't call him father, even after he asked me repeatedly, he became irritated. They'll get a divorce soon. When my father gets into this mood, a divorce is on the way. After a divorce, it's my mother's turn to be irritated with me. And she'll tell me she shouldn't have had me, or she can't be happy because of me. Why is my existence causing problems for my mother? I asked my brother, and he told me, if you have children, it's not easy to find someone to get married with. To my mother, remarriage is a very important job, so I can understand having children around will cause problems. I think I finally understand the reason why I'm a nuisance to her. I asked my brother something else. Why are children hated by new fathers? Well, that's simple. That's because family members all have different roles. A mother's job is to love her children. A father's job is to love the mother.
Fuck.
That means I'm a nuisance to both my mother and my father. My brother's more mature than me, so they don't look down on him as a nuisance. Maybe I am. No, I am definitely a nuisance.
Is the
So now I know.
text getting redder? Or am
Yes.
I having a stroke? Okay.
Nope, it is. Both my mother and father want me dead. But if they kill me, they'll be caught. That doesn't mean they won't kill me. If
There
I
we
were to
go.
look down the cliff, and if no one was around, my mother and father would push me off for sure. My father's become abnormally nice to me recently. He started to act that way ever since I made the fake call. I know for sure that it's just part of a plot to kill me. So I won't let them trick me. I'm sorry. Lately, when I listen very carefully, I can hear a voice apologizing. That voice sounds similar to mine. Her mother must be telling her that she shouldn't have been born. I'm sorry. But I won't apologize like that. I'll live. I'm going to strike back. I'll kill before I get killed. I'm sorry.
A parasite is taking effect! Same shit happened to Rena.
I'll kill before I get killed.
Did she kill her parents?
No.
I think she killed her parents. Okay. Okay, so I think we may have... I don't think we've done 7 yet.
No, I don't think so either.
Alright, so let's go to the beginning. Satoko Hojo's detailed test result. Nope, we don't have that. Discontinuation of Satoko Hojo's dissection plan. Nope. Third year's curse of Oyashiro-sama.
That was because the first year is the dam manager.
Okay.
The second year is Rika's parents.
Then the third year
Third
is
year is
Satoko.
Satoko's parents.
So I think we got that, or it was at
I
least
think so.
implied.
Yeah, I think so.
Nope.
Okay, no, not yet. There's another
Not
one
yet.
about that.
Okay. We'll see. No dissection
Nope.
yet. Live specimen for research is required. We had a scene about that.
We also have a tragedy at the dam construction site.
Okay, let's see if we can get this one yet. Oh. Oh, who's this? I guess I'll read it until we figure out if it's one of
Yeah.
your characters. I was half asleep, so I didn't even hear the phone ringing nearby. After a while, I finally realized the phone was ringing. And a ringing phone means there's some kind of an emergency. It's 2 a.m. Who would even call me at this time of the night? It's Irie!
Hello, this is Irie.
I'm sorry to bother you, Dr. Irie.
It's Takano-san. She's never called me for a personal reason. At the institute, she's ranked just below me, so she's basically responsible for running it. So for her to call me this late at night, it must be an emergency. Sorry it took me so long. Is it true that we have another terminal patient?
Yes. I was hoping to find a living specimen, so this is perfect.
I initially thought that she'd abducted someone.
She probably did.
The man had already been moved to the research area in the clinic's basement. Having been tied down to the examination table, he's struggling against his restraints, but more as though he's deranged than actually resisting. I can't even understand what he's saying. He sounds angry, sorrowful, and like a child throwing a tantrum all at once. It's obvious that he's not in the right state of mind. Anyway, let's put him under anesthesia. He might kill himself otherwise.
I wanted to observe him a little longer, but I guess I have no other choice.
One of the staff with a white gown got the anesthesia ready. Even a normal person would struggle to escape a restraining table in this suspicious room. but this man's behavior was at an abnormal level. I'm sure Okanagi-san and his friends from the mountain dogs are the ones who captured him. Capturing a man in this state of mind couldn't have been an easy task. According to Takano, she ran into this patient on her way home from the clinic by accident. She brought him back here, tested him, and the results came back positive. Of course, I have no intention of just believing what she's telling me. There's no question that this man is at the terminal stage, and the live specimen is exactly what we need to research the syndrome. Who is this man, anyway?
He had something wrapped in newspaper. What do you think was in it?
What is this?
That's you.
There's something wrapped in a bloody newspaper on a tray nearby. Looking at the blood-drenched paper, I can only imagine there's something gruesome inside of it.
Is it the right arm?
They're still missing one of the arms.
I couldn't remember which arm it was. I think it was just one of the arms.
Yet Takano-san looks like she wanted to surprise me with something interesting. Oh, God, this is awful. It's a bloody right arm.
I called that shit. I said right arm and everything. Ha ha ha. I'm so smart.
The man on the table still has his. This right arm doesn't belong to him. So who does it belong to? I'm used to looking at things like this as a doctor. The horrible cross-section makes me want to look away. It wasn't done according to a medically acceptable method, that's for sure. It was obviously done out of cruelty.
So that must have been like the leader of the laborers who initiated the fight in the first place, because he was in the syndrome. He was undergoing the effects of the parasite. He was syndroming. He was syndroming out. That sounds really fucked up and bad. But it's really funny to just say, oh, he
had a case of the syndrome.
He had a case of the syndrome.
Case of the Mondays.
Case of the Mondays. Judging by the situation, we can assume this man was syndroming out. This man cut off this arm.
So he's the culprit behind the body dumping that's been occurring in the neighborhood? At that point, there was no way of knowing who the right arm belonged to. Nurse, he's drumming.
Nurse, he's drumming!
The next morning, the dismemberment murder of the damn construction site director was reported. And they mentioned that his right arm was still missing, so we learned who the arm belonged to.
This man has a criminal record, and he's on probation. Yet he committed another crime. I bet he dismantled the body in order to hide it.
I'm sure it depends on the circumstances, but he'll get more than just a few years in prison.
So you won't hesitate to dissect a scumbag like him, right?
Who knows? Maybe he was a scumbag before and became violent due to the syndrome. Or maybe he'd gone straight but became violent again due to the syndrome.
He went straight and then got gay again. Sorry.
The former... Yeah, listen, Hinamizawa syndrome is what turned me gay, so...
It's true.
The former is one thing, but if it's the latter case, it's not his fault. That's why Hinamizawa syndrome is so terrifying. You can't tell if the syndrome is the cause of the crime or if it's simply a problem of human nature. What causes a defect of human nature in the first place? That was precisely Irie's area of research. Hate the crime, not the criminal. Can criminals only be corrected by punishing them with imprisonment?
No.
If a person commits a crime because of a mental disorder but then gets treatment, he's corrected. In other words, there are no crimes in this world. Only patients awaiting treatment without anyone else being able to understand them. In medieval times, patients with mental disorders were said to be possessed by demons, and they were either confined or killed. Centuries after, they were finally acknowledged as mental illness, mentally ill people who needed treatment. Perception can change with time. Even if they're called criminals now, maybe after several centuries, those criminals will be acknowledged as patients who were entitled to appropriate treatment. Explaining crimes like through illness instead of malice. That's my life's work. Hinamizawa syndrome is a strange disease that can support my theory. Solving its mysteries is extremely important to me. To solve those mysteries, I need medical sacrifice. It's It's an extremely sinful thing to do, but there's no way to unravel this without it! The IDA Institute was authorized to take such drastic measures if necessary. That's why I was asked about it so many times when I accepted the position of director. Finally, the opportunity is here. This will be the first step of our research on this strange disease. Even now, I'm a little hesitant. I've opened up human bodies in many surgeries. What I'll be doing on this man is something very similar. But there's also something that's very different. What I did before was part of the treatment. I did it to save the patients' lives. I did it so the patients could have a better future. What I'm trying to do here isn't treatment. He will die at the end of it. His death will be far from humane. I'm going to violate nature and force him to stay alive while I open up his living brain.
Director Irie, are you listening?
Sorry. Could you repeat that?
I believe it best that we submit the dissection proposal to Tokyo and request their assistance. He's not only alive, he's also in the terminal stage, so he's an extremely important specimen. We must conduct the dissection very carefully.
That's true. You're right. Let's do as you say.
I think we'll have a few days before the dissection, so I want to run some reaction tests once he's off the anesthetic.
Do you think that's safe? Even if he's restrained, we don't know what will happen.
We finally have the opportunity to test a live specimen. We can't only look into his brain.
Takano-san's unusual cheerfulness made me feel odd. Maybe her reaction's normal. Maybe I'm the one who's not reacting normally in this situation. I'm here only for the research. So I should be excited to have the opportunity to perform our first live dissection. I'm still hesitant. How can I call myself a researcher? Researchers of the past were brave enough to cross the line, and that's how they accomplished many things. I've seen many brains. I've operated on them. I've lost some patients too. But I never thought anything of it because I knew I did the right thing. Even when my hard work was denied afterwards. If it pained me to think of that, then I just needed to advance the field of medicine to ensure their deaths weren't wasted. That's the true form of those advancing the field of medicine. Yet, why was my heart tormented so much just by changing the name from treatment to dissection? Does it mean I'm not man enough to emulate those great men of the past who opened the doors to new medicine? That I don't have the power to develop new advances myself?
Hey, what's the matter, Director? Are you feeling okay?
Takano's pretending to be concerned about me, but she knows. She knows I'm still hesitating. And she's telling me that I should be ashamed as a researcher for feeling that way. I shook my head to clear it of sleepiness. Remember that resolve that brought me here to this day. I already have blood on my hands. But if I stop now, their lives will be wasted. Those who shed their blood can only rest in peace once they've become the cornerstones of great research. I shook my head once more and reminded myself that I'm a researcher. No, I was just thinking. Takano-san, please make some arrangement with Tokyo. And let me know when it's done.
Okay, understood. This is really exciting.
The least I can do is my best, so his life won't be wasteful. If he bleeds, I can't waste even a drop of his blood. After scolding my staff for their indiscretion discussing the dissection with such excitement, I returned to my office.
Okay.
And we've got an ad break in 45 seconds, so break time?
Yes, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I'm sure this won't go for more than 5 minutes longer, so we don't need to snooze that ad. This is awesome. I can control when the ads happen because these vignettes are so small. Alright. Be right back.
See y'all soon.
Do you want to talk to chat?
Not this moment.
No. Alright, we're muting. So we can shit talk you guys. And we're back. I must say, I really like this format the game has been in this entire stream. It's been really cool. And I kinda wanna make a game with the same sort of idea, just like executed a little differently. Thank you for the
vignettes.
welcome backs. Yeah, no, I really like it. Reminds me of the butterfly effect. I don't know if you probably are at least familiar with that movie, but
Nope, never heard of it. I mean,
really
like, obviously, I've heard the concept of the butterfly effect, but I've never heard of a movie called that.
the movie, it's literally from what I remember, because I watched it a long time ago, this dude is able to change the effects of time by thinking really hard about something in the past, and then he's there suddenly, and then he can change something by slightly altering like what happens in that scene, and then it goes back like to the future or modern times, and then everything is different. And so he's trying to fix like the timeline he's in by going back and altering memories and altering traumatic events that happened to him and stuff. And he just keeps making things worse. Yeah. I should rewatch that movie. I haven't watched it since I was like 17, probably. But I thought it was a very interesting concept. I really liked that. I mean, the butterfly effect is a very interesting concept already. But anyway, I really like time travel shit. I really like timeline shit. And I really like when it's done well and it's done in interesting ways. And that's why I was so elated that Higurashi had time shenanigans happening. So I was like, yeah, let's go. Anyway. Let's go back to it. I keep emoting really like exaggeratedly on my face and then remembering that I don't need to do that right now because I have a PNG tuber. Anyway. Nope. 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 L5 stage patients, dissection. Queen carrier must be willing to participate. We don't have that. Death of construction. Hospitalization of Satoko. Nope. Rika's father. Nope. Death of Satoko's aunt. Results of the research on C-101. Nope. Research needs to have hit its first snag. Instructions for the kidnapping operation of the minister's grandson.
We don't have the second one, but I think we had the first one because the first snag was that they needed a live thing to dissect.
Okay. Gohojo's sister must refuse his visit at the clinic. Okay. Execution order for the third year's curse is required. I don't think we got that. Bat to beat her to death. Kyosuke Irie's reminiscence is required. I think we did do that.
Yeah, I think we have that. I've wanted to become a doctor ever since I was little. Doctors make a lot of money. People look up to doctors. I think those are the kind of reasons I had. So when I played with my friends, I always acted like a doctor. I cleaned their wounds and applied ice packs so my friends sprained their ankles, using what I learned from household medical books. Everyone, including me, believed that I'd be a doctor. My family was poor, so they praised me for that role. They told me that I needed to study a lot to become a doctor, so they'd borrowed some pseudo-medical books from the local library for me. The rental fees weren't cheap. So I would speed read one book in a day, and then the next day my parents would go back into the store to exchange it for a different book, saying they accidentally borrowed a book they'd already borrowed before. By doing so, my parents borrowed 2 books for the price of 1.
I'm sorry, Mort is blocking a little bit.
It's okay. Of course, now I know those books were rather useless, but they were highly motivational just the same. My neighbors called me Dr. Kyosuke-kun, and I was always picked for class health officer at school. Even my teachers helped me with the classes I needed to take to become a doctor. Of course, in reality, becoming a doctor isn't as easy as it might seem. I had to study diligently, and the path was most definitely rough. To become a doctor, one must attend college. Since my family was poor, I was told I wasn't allowed to go to an expensive private school, so I had to be admitted into a national public university. My grades weren't bad, but the admission rate to national public universities is very marginal. Especially since I wanted to go to a medical school, my chances were even smaller. studied like crazy. My only driving force was my childhood dream of becoming a doctor. The dream of becoming a doctor and to be looked up to by everyone kept me going. And I was admitted. I wasn't at the top of the list, but I made it in. I was finally at the starting point of making my childhood dream come true. My parents were thrilled. Neither my father nor my mother went to college, so they were proud of their son getting into public medical school. They invited our relatives over to celebrate. Although it was a public university, tuition wasn't cheap, but they still had an extravagant celebration anyway. My father didn't express his emotions much. He always kept a straight face. He rarely voiced his opinion or took initiative on anything. My mother took care of everything, and he showed up last and left without saying a word. He was the typical stern and silent Japanese father of the time. That's why I was surprised to see him shedding tears of joy, and I cried along with him. He went around to all my relatives while repeatedly slapping my back, saying how proud and lucky he was to have a son like me. He bragged about my achievements to all who would hear them. The celebration became my farewell party as I was about to leave for Tokyo. My father yelled "Banzai" repeatedly at the station as the train pulled away. I was a little embarrassed. When I could no longer see my father, I could clearly recall the tears pouring down. The days of the hellish studying and exams began after that. Some days I was tempted to just give up and submit myself to the lavish lifestyle of the city. But the letters from my family always encouraged me and gave me the strength to go on. My dream then was to open up my own clinic in my hometown so I could contribute to the region. I never even dreamed of getting involved with brains. One day, I noticed a difference in a letter from my family. The letter said the usual things about how it was at home and asked how I was doing, but the postscript is what caught my attention. Your father has become really violent lately. Sometimes he turns the house upside down, and I don't know what to do. I just couldn't picture him acting viciously. I was extremely surprised. Did something happen? But in the postscript, my mother said that there was nothing she could think of. My mother and father had been together for a long time. They'd been together well before I was born.
Sorry for my big ass tail.
It's fine. So she noticed things I couldn't. She couldn't even think of a reason why my father had become so violent. What happened? They got along so well. They were such a lovely couple. When I caused a problem for my mother when I was little, my father only bonked my head with his knuckle. Why was he acting this way toward my mother? Maybe there was some kind of misunderstanding between them? I was going home for the new year. Maybe I could have a good talk with him then. But the situation was a lot more serious than I thought. On one cold winter day, I found my apartment door unlocked. I thought someone had broke in, but I found my mother in my apartment with her luggage. That's right. My mother could no longer take my father's fury and came to stay with me. This was back when people still believed in the proverb, "A woman has no place to settle down all her life." She couldn't go back to her own family because they lived in the same region as my father, so she came all the way to Tokyo. I heard about my father's violence from my mother's own lips. She cried, saying she had no idea why such a quiet man changed like that. She said she wasn't ever going back to him. I didn't know what to do. I asked her if she could talk to him one more time, but the bruises on her body told me it was no use. To remember what happened afterwards is too much, so I'll be brief. After my mother left, my father thought she was having an affair and went over to the neighbor's house with a wooden sword. He was arrested. He was released immediately, but he assumed someone in the neighborhood was hiding her, so he did the same thing repeatedly. He eventually reached the point of getting into fights with anyone he saw. In the end, he picked a fight with some young punks and ended up being beaten to death. My relatives gave my father a decent funeral, but my mother didn't attend. It's no use beating a dead horse, so nobody said anything negative about my father, but everyone was simply puzzled as to why he changed so much. What I heard from my relatives about my father's final days was a lot stranger than what I heard from my mother. My mother only told me about his sudden rage and violence. My relatives told me he also laughed and grew sad. Apparently, he displayed several sudden fluctuations of emotion, especially so in his last years. They also told me that he started to complain about headaches after an accident he had. My father was a construction worker. He had hit his head on a construction board during an accident at work. He regained his consciousness quickly and seemed fine, but since the accident, he started to have headaches and behave abnormally. I sensed the connection between the accident and my father's changes, so I talked to my professor after I went back to Tokyo.
I can't say for certain, but it sounds like it's possible your father suffered some kind of brain damage. There's a chance that blow to his head caused an organic mental disorder. The symptoms your father showed in his final years are similar to the delirium and mental fluctuations we've often seen in similar patients.
Human behavior is created by the brain. And if the brain is damaged, it can cause erratic behavior. In other words, my father wasn't crazy. He was suffering from a disorder.
If you can perform an autopsy on him, you should check his brain carefully. Maybe you'll find something like a tumor there.
My father had already been cremated, so there's no way of knowing. But hearing about his behavior, I knew for sure that was the only way to explain why such a quiet and gentle man would change. I tried to explain all this to my relatives to regain my father's honor, but hardly anyone understood. If his brain was damaged, he would have been dead. But he was alive and well, so the accident didn't damage his brain. It wasn't his brain that caused him to change, it was his mind. They simply brushed it off like that. This is the perception most people have about the brain. They don't realize the mind and the brain are connected. Most of the relatives didn't believe me, but there was one person who I really wanted to anyway. That was my mother. As she got older, she grew senile, and she exaggerated the abuse she had to endure. All she did was criticize my father, and every time she ended up crying and lamenting she married him. They were a lovely couple. We were a great family. That's why I wanted to convey to her that she was misunderstanding the situation with my father. My father's behavior was caused by his brain damage. What he did to her was very sad, but he didn't want it to be that way. I told her that he wasn't at fault. But my mother didn't understand. Before she took her last breaths, I begged her to forgive my father. But her final words were, "Please don't bury me next to that man." My father wasn't at fault. He was simply the victim of a brain disorder. You don't complain to a person who's coughing because he has a cold. Because coughing is just a symptom, and he should be sympathized with. In my father's case, the symptoms weren't as obvious as a cough. They took the form of changes in personality, which are much harder to recognize. If I'd studied the brain more, I could have explained it better to my mother so that she could have understood him. Then they could have been a nice couple again in heaven. When I realized that, I cried. And I also realized that there are plenty of people like my father in this world who are suffering from a disorder yet are misunderstood and despised for it. And then I found out. About a miraculous cure for such disorders called a lobotomy. Ever since that day, I spent my days learning about the brain so I could help people who are suffering from mental illnesses. My father is gone. But if he were still alive, I could cure him myself. So he and my mother could reconcile. That's the main reason why I'm here.
Well, now we know why Irie is like that. At least, like, a doctor. We don't know the other shit. We don't know why he's like that. But we know why he's a doctor. Or why he's a brain doctor. Fucking great work.
So? Thank you, Jade.
Yes. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going through and see.
Yeah. I love Kyosuke Irie. I think he's a great character, and the early chapters especially do him a great disservice.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's really
all
sad.
of his, like, intrigue is, like, backloaded right here in these vignettes.
Yeah, Yeah.
I think that if, like, I could go back in time and tell Ryokishi to change just one thing about this, it would be rearrange Irie's backstory.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Put some of this in earlier chapters, or at least hints of it.
Mm-hmm. Maybe
like, maybe offhand
his
he mentions his
grossness.
father or something.
Yeah. Oh, Detective Tasty in the house.
I get to chew on my tweezers and pretend I'm smoking again.
Yay!
I don't know what to say. I presume this is a Ouija. If it's not,
I also presume.
I want to say something, but I can't think of the right words. I can only sigh.
Ah, Oishi-san. I've been looking for you. The section manager asked me about the wanted poster. Be quiet! This is a place of rest! Sorry, I just took that one.
As Kumagai barged into the room, the old coroner quickly snapped back at him.
Sorry. The section manager asked me about the wanted poster for the suspect.
Can you talk to Komayama-kun about that? I need to speak to the coroner here. Could you tell him I'll be right over?
Okay.
Kumagai ran out of the autopsy room with the same haste he entered in.
Lively, isn't he?
The old man would have slapped him for making such a fuss.
You probably should go back too. The air in here isn't for people who aren't used to it.
You're right. If I slack off too long, I might get slapped as well.
Here in Shishibone, all the hoodlums cross the street when you pass through. Yet he's the only one, past or future, who's ever punched you for splitting your sumo wrong.
He really was a merciless man. I think he punched me more than my real father.
Doesn't matter if he was your real one or not. If you looked up to him in the same way, then he really was a father to you.
My real father passed away in Nagoya. He was unlucky. If he wasn't given the order to move to a plant in Nagoya, he wouldn't have died in an air raid. If he could have rode it out another half a year or so, then the war would have been over. I was sad, of course, but I'd grown up enough by then that I didn't cry into the ground like my mother did. But people feel sadness in different ways. For some people, it comes all at once as an overwhelming wave, but others feel sadness gradually over a long period of time. I think I was the latter. When he was alive, I only thought of him as annoying. In my mind, I even cursed him with questions about why he avoided the draft. And then I thought my feelings toward him would always be the same. Then the war ended. As I saw families and friends being reunited with joy as they came home to the front, it finally happened. I grieved for my father's death. Japan was filled with people who were sad and full of despair. I know I wasn't the only one whose life ended up that way. But I remember I was very, very heartbroken. After the war, the nation completely changed. As a policeman, the environment I worked in went through sudden changes too. In order to forget my sorrow, the only thing I could do was devote myself to my work. At the time, I was in charge of busting people for buying rice illegally. I conducted spot checks on travelers at major train stations. And boy, did I find a lot of them. There was a fairly big black market in Gogura, and a lot of people came from as far as Osaka to buy it.
I am certain I've made this joke before, but me? Gogura.
After the war, Japan faced a chronic shortage in food supply. To those ends, the nation instituted a food rationing program by signing the Food Control Act. I'm sorry, your big fuck-off tail's in the way.
I'm sorry!
Just imagine Oishi getting slapped by a tail as he tries to tell his life story. But the rations the government provided weren't even close to being enough to feed families. Therefore, people had no choice other than buying food and supplies on the black market. The government hardly had enough food for rations, but there were somehow plenty on the black market. The dealers there sold it at outrageous prices, and some of them became quite wealthy.
The rations the government provide. Whoa, guys, did you see that? Anyway, times are bad.
The Sonozaki family made their money through that black market, that's another story. The government didn't bother arresting these dealers. For with their money, they were able to buy off the top members of the police department. Instead, they decided to go after the people buying the goods, and even confiscated the rice they bought by selling everything they owned.
Yeah, I remember that. Wasn't there a prosecutor who starved himself to death?
Yeah, there was. The prosecutor who vowed not to eat illegal rice starved to death. Wasn't it in 1947? That was horrible. He, a public prosecutor, proved it himself that people couldn't survive by adhering to the law. The prosecutor had grown tired of the government charging people with doing whatever they could to survive. And he proclaimed that he was never going to buy black market rice again. In 47, he was starved to death when he was only in his mid-30s. The law prohibited people from buying black market rice. But that was the only way to survive. In that case, that was the Food Control Act, a bad law itself. The death of the prosecutor was seen as a desperate message to the government about unjustness of that law. It's funny to think of stuff like illegal rice being funny, but then, like, you think about the reality of what these people went through, and, like, people say, oh, the potato famine's a really funny phrase. People died.
Yeah, well, not like I understand what she was saying. Saying
no,
illegal
I 100%
rice.
Understand.
Yeah. Nobody's saying potato famine is funny, but illegal rice is something we don't hear very often.
no, I said that because I've heard people say that it's really funny.
What?
Yes.
What the
Mostly
fuck?
Americans because they don't know the reality of it.
I've never known somebody who said that. But
I've heard multiple people throughout my life.
That's incredibly fucked up.
And not to wholly blame it on Americans too. There's plenty of British people who think like that because they don't see Irish people as human.
I'm part Irish. That pisses me off. That's fucking awful.
It is awful. It's really fucking atrocious.
Yeah.
And like that's not me trying to like jump on your back, Sheeb. It just made me think of it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You heard it a lot growing up? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Anyway.
Because you hear something like potato famine, and like, that's just a phrase.
Mm-hmm.
And then your school, especially British schools, won't teach you the reality of what happened beyond there was a shortage of potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
So you think, oh, that doesn't sound so bad. That just sounds like people being dramatic, and that's silly.
Yeah, but when potatoes are your, like, main staple food, that's like a bread famine here.
Kids don't connect that fact, and then they grow up not connecting it ever.
Sucks. Yeah, you know, dark humor was also way overboard when I was in school. Like, kids were making jokes about the Holocaust, like, all through school. Like, and now people make jokes about 9/11. So, you know, time is a flat circle. Oishi.
We rounded up people with bags of rice and lined them up at the temporary inspection point next to the station. It was like a military tribunal. We inspected their bags and confiscated everything that they bought at the black market. The women all cried. They sold everything they owned to buy that rice. They pleaded that if we confiscated the rice, how would they feed their starving children?
Doesn't make sense, huh? Yet they forbade you from going after the sellers, so it was absolutely unfair from the view of the people.
Everyone was on edge. If they heard a police inspection was set up at the next station, they'd jump off the train and run. We were aware of these people, so we set up several officers near jump-off spots in order to capture them. I remember chasing after women carrying several kilos of rice on them. That was when I first met the old man. Man, I was surprised. Remember my father? He looked exactly like... I really thought that maybe my father had miraculously survived the air raid in Nagoya. I was chasing a man who was running away from the inspection point. There was no way for him to run with a heavy bag of rice on him. So either he'd get arrested with the illegal rice, or escape by ditching the rice that he'd bought by selling all of his belongings. In other words, if a person is being chased by the police, that person can't provide his family any rice to eat. Of course, I felt guilty about that. I knew people had to buy the rice to survive. So we had a tacit agreement to let those who ditched the rice and ran get away. So I always thought the same thing as I chased them. Please throw it away. I didn't want to catch him. Because I didn't want to hear him crying and pleading in distress. It was then that the old man showed up. He looked exactly like my dead father. I was dumbfounded. And all of a sudden, he punched me in the head. If a father disciplines you as a child, you lower your head in apology. I was so happy to see my father alive that I couldn't hold my joy in. The old man said, "Let him go." When I heard his voice, I realized it wasn't my father, so I thought I'd arrest him for assaulting a policeman. But a young man like me, who'd barely grown any hairs yet, was no match for an older man used to fighting. Yeah, he sure taught me a lesson. He gave me a good scolding in the middle of the street after I was all beat up. Who would even listen to him, right? But something struck me then. I kept seeing my father in him. All I could do was listen.
Yeah, he was a ruffian, but he showed his guts like a real man. That's what made him such a great guy. You don't see men like him nowadays. He was a true example of a man from the good old times.
Despite my age, I still needed a father. I needed someone to look up to and show me what makes a man a man. When I think about it, I really did have two fathers. The old man was a father, a brother, and my best friend. But now, here he lies with his head, body, arms, and legs all dismembered. And his right arm hasn't been found.
I forgot.
He taught me how to be a man, how to enjoy alcohol, how to play mahjong, and with that right arm, he gave me a good beating when I did something wrong. That right arm was still missing.
There are a lot of parallels happening right now.
Yeah?
Yeah, Takano's father was also missing his hand, and she also
Yes.
pointed out, like, now he can't pat me on the head anymore, and he also used that hand to, like, smack me when I did something wrong. Like, there's a lot of parallels, and there's also a lot of fatherhood stuff happening, like with
Yes.
Satsuko and her fathers, and Irie and his fucking father.
I think a lot of Higurashi comes down to the sins of the father do not have to be the sins of the child.
Yeah.
You can break those cycles.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. I love that so much. It's so good. Do you have any suspects?
Yeah, of course. I swear I'll find the old man's right arm and pay them back for what they've done to me. They're running Hinamizawa from the shadows and inciting this collective crime they call the damn protests. The Sonozaki family.
I also forgot that the manager, the dam construction manager, was Oishi's, like, I guess, mentor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I declare war within myself. I already know who my enemy is. Makes sense why he's so hellbent, you know?
Yeah, I didn't really think that hard on it, like, when that was revealed a while back, because I think that was revealed a while back. Not too long ago, but...
Takano is hellbent because of her grandfather.
Yeah.
Irie is hellbent because of his dad. She's hellbent because of his father/mentor.
Father figure, yeah. Very interesting. Toast. Nope. Rock candy.
That's why Keiichi can save everyone. He's just weirded out by his father most.
Yeah, it's all up to Keiichi, the one with the weird dad. I think we can do this one?
I mean, if not, I'll just say we can't.
There we go. The Hojo family is well known for going against the whole village during the dam conflict. Both the husband and the wife were rather aggressive, and they fought a fierce battle, especially against the Sonozaki family. Although the whole village treated them coldly, the husband and wife didn't really care, and kept on fighting. In a way, they were extremely strong-willed people. I'm sure their children had to go through a lot because of them, though. Satoko-chan and Satoshi-kun were treated coldly by the villagers as well. In addition to that, Satoko-chan and her stepfather didn't get along, so their stress levels must have reached their limit. Ah, idiot! Stop taking my narration, you fucker!
Because if you want to take the narration still.
No, you could take it. Because
I'm the director.
There are definitely going to be points where I can take the narration,
Yes.
and it'll be a character for me.
Because I'm the director of the local clinic, a rather respected member of society, people usually tell me a lot of things. So I was aware of the treatment they were receiving even before I met them. I met Satoshi-kun first. Satoshi-kun came to the clinic because he felt ill from too much stress. He must have thought he had a cold. When I examined him, he even told me that. But hearing his repeated sighs and by seeing the exhausted look in his eyes, I knew right away it wasn't just a simple cold. Medication would heal his symptoms. That could only be a temporary measure. The only way to truly cure him would be to change his living environment. But that was easier said than done. He was surrounded by tangled and complicated relationships with the village and his family, so just resting for a few days and taking some medication wouldn't do. Time was the only thing that could ease off the cold treatment from the villagers, but we were talking a very, very long time. That's why I felt I had to be their first ally in this village, so I could rescue them. I couldn't do anything about his stressful environment, but I could try to diminish the anxiety. So I thought the best way was to teach him how to vent his stress. And playing sports is the best way to do that. So I asked him to join the junior baseball team that I coach. As a researcher, I devote most of my time to Hinamizawa syndrome, but I too need to do something to relax. I used to play baseball, so I decided to coach the local kids team. After a while, the children of Hinamizawa started their own baseball team, and somehow I became their coach. Doctors can't provide health just by giving medication. You need a sound mind and a sound body. I believe health can be maintained through sports as well. But our team needed more people, so I thought of asking Satoshi-kun to join. Being a bookworm, Satoshi-kun wasn't interested in playing sports. He wasn't sure how joining the baseball team would help his situation. I didn't need to go on and on about athletic medicine to explain why sports help people become healthy. I just wanted him to experience it himself, to realize how great it feels to play sports.
Sports.
I think he realized it gradually. He was reluctant until the very end, but he attended all of the team activities and games. As I saw Satoshi-kun slowly regain his liveliness, I realized my plan worked. However, if Satoshi-kun was under that much stress, then Satoko-chan, who lived in the same family climate, must have felt the same way. Unfortunately, I didn't think of her back then.
No, fortunately.
So when Satoko-chan was carried into my clinic as a patient, I regretted doing nothing about her, even when knowing the situation. As Satoshi-kun recovered under my guidance, Satoko-chan was left alone in her stressful environment. Also around that time, there was an incident bad enough to make Satoko-chan collapse. That was, of course, her parents' deaths. The day of the Watanagashi festival was a very uncomfortable time for the Hot Ojo family, because although it was a village festival, it was also a day to celebrate victory over the dam construction project. It's understandable that they would plan a family trip around that time so they could leave the village. Satoko-chan's parents fell off the cliff at the park they were visiting. It happened on such an unlucky day. Because it happened on the day of Watanagashi, people said it was the curse of Oyashiro-sama, and people labeled the Hojo family as one that was cursed by Oyashiro-sama. The parents were given the cold shoulder by everyone in the village. So with their parents gone, Satoshi and Satoko should have been freed from that, but unfortunately, the accident happened on the day of Watanagashi. That's why the members of the Hojo family continued to be shunned. Satoko-chan was the only one who was at the site of the accident. Satoshi-kun didn't go on the trip because he had an event with the baseball team. Therefore, the police mainly interrogated her. The detective, Oishi, suspected an act of organized crime by the village, so with Satoko-chan as the only witness on site, we drilled her with questions. She was as stressed as Satoshi-kun, perhaps even more, so of course she couldn't take it. During the interrogation, she began to wheeze and gasp for air. The anguished look I saw on Satoko-chan's face when she was carried into the clinic was very, very tragic. It broke my heart to imagine what she'd had to go through.
Coach, is Satoko okay?
Yes, don't worry. She's a bit confused, but only temporarily, that's all.
May I see her?
She finally fell asleep. So I'd rather not wake her up just yet. Let's just let her rest for a while. Maybe it's a good idea to have her stay here for a few days, too. Don't worry. I'll take good care of her.
Thank you.
I know Satoshi-kun's a great big brother who truly cares about his sister. He empathizes deeply with her. In other words, Satoshi-kun's worries and stress were reflecting Satoko-chan herself. Maybe I shouldn't say this, but while Satoshi-kun was, of course, sad about his parents' deaths, he may at the same time have been a little relieved that they were gone. His sister wouldn't be driven into a corner anymore. Unlike Satoshi-kun, Satoko-chan didn't have the social skills to get along with her stepfather. So putting her mother aside, I was certain that losing her father, the greatest cause of stress in her life, would bring great change to her home environment. But I couldn't believe what happened next. The two were sent to live in an even worse environment with their aunt and uncle. Although at that time I was rather optimistic, thinking this new environment would be better for the siblings.
It won't. It'll be worse. In fact, it'll cause a small boy to murder. There's a lot of murder going on with the Hojos.
Yeah.
Amongst the Hojos. Yeah, the one we did. Yeah. Rock candy. No. Satoshi Hojo's awareness of his sins. No. Ryugu family's move. No. Oh my god. There's so many specific things that these require. Red capsule. Strawberry milk candy.
Looks at Silent Hill F, a red capsule.
Red capsule, you say? Conflict between the Hojo family and the Sonozaki family. Okay. I have a feeling this might be Rika?
Maybe.
Right?
I think it might also be Mion, maybe.
We'll figure it out in a moment.
For my mother. No, it's probably Rika.
Probably Rika. I ran into Satoko while on my way to the grocery store for my mother. Satoko said she was going there too. So we decided to go together. After exchanging our shopping list, it became easy to guess what the other family would be having for dinner. Satoko's family is having grilled fish and cooked vegetables. We're having Salisbury steak.
My, that sounds so very good! I don't mind the grilled fish, but it's the vegetables I'm less fond of. I'm certain there's still plenty of pumpkin left from the other day.
Then I bet you'll be getting a lot tonight. Poor Satoko.
I don't appreciate knowing that pumpkin is going to show up on the dinner table.
Me. You don't like pumpkin no matter how it shows up.
Rika, you have some food you're not fond of, don't you? That's right, you don't like daifuku, cream puffs, or anything sweet, don't you?
It's not that I don't like those things. I just choose not to eat them. If I wanted to, I could eat sweets forever. I could even eat pumpkin pie too. Nipa!
Oh, it's so fair. It's not fair that you aren't a picky eater. I fucked myself with that.
Oh! Surround sound. Oh no. Conversations like this are how I have fun. Satoko is my best friend. I usually don't like grocery shopping, but if I'm with Satoko, I can make it into an enjoyable evening stroll. Near the supermarket, there's a grocer's and other shops, forming a little shopping district. The grocery store is busy this time of day. All the housewives in Hinamizawa gather here to shop. Since Satoko and I have different things to buy, we decide to do our shopping separately.
Welcome. Oh, Rika-chama, are you shopping for your mother? What a good girl.
Nipa! I'm a good girl who can go shopping by herself.
Wow, you really are a good girl. Here, I'll give you this.
There were several candies for the owner's occasional asthma attack inside a sieve full of change hanging in the front. He picked out a sweet from there and gave it to me. It was my favorite flavor. Strawberry milk! I'm zooming in on that. Zooming in. I put it in my pocket so I can brag about it to Satoko later. I get a lot of fun out of teasing Satoko and making her jealous. She always overreacts, so I never get bored when I'm with her.
What are you having for dinner tonight, Rika-chama? Round 4.
We're making Salisbury steak. We're going to put flower-shaped fried eggs on top and draw pictures of them with ketchup.
That sounds like fun.
I enjoyed that conversation while filling my shopping basket. But then I overheard some women whispering. They're talking about something that's a little harsh. They're talking about Satoko. What the fuck? Sorry, hearing noises from outside. How long do those village traders plan to stay here? Rika being happy about candy. Meanwhile, you see Hanyu in the background with her half-transparent conspiracy board rearranging a bunch of pins. They should just leave. They don't even have the guts to go shopping themselves and make their daughter do it instead. The women went on and on. These harpies. Ever since the Hojo family and the Sonozaki family got into a huge fight at the explanatory meeting for the dam project, the Hojo family has been ostracized within the village. At first, there were a significant number of families in favor of leaving like the Hojos. But the main branch of the Sonozakis led a push to completely solidify the village's opinion. As that tone of unified resistance grew stronger, the pro-evacuation families steadily grew quiet. The public harassment led to the Sonozakis and Kimiyoshis. 2 of the 3 families with powerful influence on the village also played an effect too. The Sonozaki family made the Hojo family into an example to ensure there would be no more pro-evacuation supporters. The ancestors of the villagers have lived here for generations, and the villagers also know that they themselves will be buried in this village, so this harassment put a lot of pressure on them. Who was it that agreed to make the Hojo family the leader of the pro-evacuation group at the explanatory meeting? Those same people no longer said anything, and they even joined in on harassing the Hojo family. The harassment they faced then became pressure from the entire village. The Hojo family is hardly wealthy, and they haven't paid the town council fees in a long time. When things were peaceful, nobody said anything about it. But now that the wind was blowing a different way, the Hojo family was asked to pay off all of their late council fees immediately. It wasn't an amount they couldn't afford, but the Hojos recognized a fight was being picked with them, and they responded to it. And so, the Hojo family quit the town council. But that only played right into the village's evil plan. Making an enemy of the town council meant facing vicious harassment. For example, the place the Hojos dumped their trash was a provisional dumping site established by the town council and the waste management department. Under the council agreement, only council members could use it. Ever since the day the Hojo family quit the village council, their trash bags were returned to their front door. Furthermore, all the bags were torn. On top of that, a sign went up on the hedge road near the Hojo family. It said, "Private road, no trespassing. Only council members permitted." A stubborn old man stood and guarded the road, saying that he would not let any of the Hojo family members pass through. Private road is private property opened up to the public, so it looks just like a normal road. However, as private property, the owner can forbid anyone else to pass through whenever they like. More and more, the village piled on vicious harassment. The fear of antagonism spread through the entire village, and people became afraid that if they supported the Hojo family, they'd go through the same thing. This has made the Hojo family even more isolated. The grown-ups haven't told their kids about what's going on, so Satoko isn't harassed in any way at school. But it wasn't hard to imagine she probably spent her days feeling so anxious she could hardly breathe. Even the women whispering in here aren't saying anything directly to Satoko. But it's not like she doesn't notice their muttering and the cold stares. When did this village become so cold towards her? As her best friend, it's very sad for me. Satoko's shopping experience is nothing like mine. When I say hello or buy things, I usually get treats or a discount, but that doesn't happen to Satoko. On the contrary, she's served last on purpose, and sometimes shop owners even pretend they don't hear her. Obviously, people don't want to have anything to do with her. Satoko had been weaving through the housewives crowding the shop, telling the fishmonger what she wanted, but she kept getting ignored. She's decided to keep her smile and pretend she doesn't mind, but I know. It was far too painful for her to endure. At that point, Satoko dropped her coins on the ground. Maybe her finger got stuck on something when she was trying to put the change back into her wallet. I ran through the crowd to help her pick them up, but as I did, I noticed something. Satoko dropped a lot of coins and is struggling to pick all of them up, but nobody is helping her. It's not just that, it's almost like they're acting like they don't even see her there. Satoko isn't expecting anyone to help her, since she's the one who dropped them. But there's so many people around, and not even one is trying to aid her.
Satoko, I'll help you.
I'm okay, Rika.
That reaction is all I need to tell how hurt she is. Furthermore, when I started to help Satoko, other housewives started to pick up the coins too, as if it's the natural thing to do. So they can only help if a shrine maiden of the Furude family does? If I didn't help, they would have disregarded her completely. And the fact that other people helped only because I did hurt Satoko even more. I grabbed the coins from the housewives without thanking them. I'd rather spit at them than do that.
Thank you very much, Rika. Everyone.
If she didn't thank them, people would talk about that too. Satoko forced out her words of gratitude. The housewives looked down at her with blank expressions. I can't stand this. I can't stand what Satoko is going through right now.
If we're done, let's go, Satoko.
Sure.
I grabbed Satoko's arm and pulled her away. I was frustrated, sad, and bitter. What has Satoko done? Reality is just too cruel. Everyone loves me. But can I share that love with Satoko? Satoko must be wondering why people treat me so differently. I shouldn't come shopping with her. Or rather, I should have done her shopping instead.
Satoko,
What is it, Rika?
I feel bad that you dropped your coins. So here's something that'll make you happy.
I wanted to at least ease her pain a little bit, so I pulled out the strawberry milk candy I just received. But Satoko refused to take it.
That candy was given to you.
My hand froze. She saw me getting this candy.
That person wanted you to eat it. So if I did, it'd be rude.
Satoko turned her back on me and kept walking. Without even saying goodbye, she continued on to her house with the shopping bags in her hands. I only wanted to ease her pain, but I ended up rubbing salt in her wound. How can I call myself her best friend? If I could, I would have crushed the candy right there. Candy! Oh. It hasn't felt like almost 3 hours, but it's almost been 3 hours.
It has, yeah. We've just been going through the little picture vignettes.
It's so fun and happy. Okay.
That said something about strawberry milk.
It.
The one with me on in it.
Yeah, I just want to go through. Revenge of Miyotaka, no. Raw Sea Urchin, no. Board game. Fragment. Okay. We'll deal with those later. I'm gonna go from the beginning again.
Okay.
Test results. Third year's Curse of Ishiro-sama? Did they die yet? Damn it. They did not die yet. Dissection. Death at the construction site. Hospitalization of Satoko. She got hospitalized, right?
Yeah.
We're going. I'll take.
EDA? That you can take.
Oh, are you EDA? Is it EDA? It's
I don't
probably
know.
EDA. Oh.
It's fine. If it's EDA, I'll pick it up in a minute.
Okay, Satoshi-kun is a good brother who takes great care of his sister. He went to visit Satoko-chan straight after school and kept encouraging her to get better every day. Without even hearing Satoshi-kun's stories, it's obvious to me that Satoko-chan never had a good relationship with her step-parents. She especially didn't get along with her stepfather. Satoko-chan even called a child abuse hotline once. Not only that, her parents ended up dying in an accident, so she just wasn't able to withstand all that damage. Satoko-chan is still very young, so everything must have been horrible for her to go through. Fortunately, she has a wonderful brother. Emotional wounds are hard to heal, but nothing heals those wounds better than love from family members. I'm sure that one day, Satoko-chan will be able to smile again. She's still in shock, but when she talks to Satoshi-kun, she smiles a little bit. Oishi from the police department keeps requesting to see her, but I think I need to protect her for just a little longer. While he's passionate about his job, I wish he'd be a touch more sensitive. If he reminds her of her parents' accident, her emotional wounds will start to open again. That's the one point I worry about with Satoko-chan. It's definitely EDA. You should take it.
I heard someone knocking on the door. It was Takano-san. It doesn't look right wearing a nurse's uniform like that. She's a licensed doctor, so she should wear a white coat and act like one. Maybe this is fun for her, but I think she might be insulting the real nurses. I didn't say anything, though.
Dr. Irie, may I talk to you?
Oh, yes. Well, Satoshi-kun, if you'll excuse me.
Sure. Hello, Satoshi-kun. Please keep Satoko-chan company. She's always alone, so I bet she's lonely. Okay?
Oh, no, that's not true! Okay, Satoshi-kun, you're in charge. I got up and let Satoshi-kun take over. Something happened.
Not right here. Let's go to your office.
Takano-san smiled meaningfully. Usually smiles bring happy feelings, but when it comes to Takano-san, that's rarely the case. Are you sure?
Yes. The initial test results show there's a possibility she's at L3 or above. We need to keep her here and run some more tests. The results aren't in yet, but from what I can see, it's very possible that she's at L4.
Takano's eyes sparkled in a weird way. There's a reason for that. For us, finding patients in the terminal stage is a valuable boon to our research. In fact, as a result of dissecting the murder suspect from last year, we've made great progress in our research. In other words, we finally managed to isolate the pathogen. We also discovered that when the host dies, the pathogen melts away within a few hours. Once that happens, it's undetectable. That's why we never found the pathogen when we performed autopsies. Our research made a lot of progress after that. What we found in this past year has easily surpassed what the late Dr. Takano found in decades. We're now studying the nature, the effect, and the symptoms of the pathogen, as well as treatments and vaccines. In other words, a living specimen who's at the terminal stage is a necessity for our research. However, we rarely find a patient who's gone that far, who's reached L5. Hinamizawa syndrome once created huge numbers of L5 patients, but today it doesn't have such potency. Because of that, we have to secure L5 patients, or patients who are close to reaching L5 as quickly as possible. Satoko-chan possibly qualifies to be that next sacrifice. To keep this strange disease a secret, we can't let patients who may be at L5 go. We have to run more tests first, then we'll figure out what to do next. In any case, Satoko-chan seems so calm. Her behavior is nothing like the man from last year. Initial tests are in error sometimes. We'll have to wait for the results of more detailed tests to determine how serious the condition is.
Okay.
Let's admit her for observation. Please let the staff know to get things ready. That sounds like a formal answer, but if the results come back positive, that will be the green light for dissection. I don't know Satoko-chan that well, but I've known her brother Satoshi-kun through the baseball team for a long time. How could I dissect the apple of Satoshi-kun's eyes? I can feel scary images flashing in my head for the first time.
Don't worry. Everything is already taken care of.
She smiled as if telling me that the dissection was already being prepared for, too. Is it just her who's smiling? Am I smiling like her, too? When I dissected that man last year, I did feel guilt beforehand. But once I started, it was like I was in paradise. All the pieces of the puzzle that were left behind by the late Dr. Takano fell into place, and at the same time they didn't. Knowing that how exciting it was. Knowing that we're the first ones to take the first steps to solve a mystery, that is. I don't even know how to explain this feeling to those who've never experienced it. There's no way to describe it with words. The only thing I can say is that even a year later, I still remember it vividly. So if the results show that Satoshi-kun's beloved sister is to be dissected, can I control myself? Can I stay calm? But that means I'm a failure of a human being. I know very well that the Hojo family was treated poorly by the villagers, and I know what Satoko-chan has had to go through. Also, I know that Satoshi-kun loves his sister, who's his one and only blood relative. How can I dissect Satoko-chan, using my research as an excuse? I didn't feel much guilt for the man from last year, but I feel unbearable guilt towards Satoko-chan. That means what I did last year was very sinful. I don't care if a stranger dies. But I don't want Satoko-chan to die. That's not right. All lives are equally precious. I tried to convince myself that he was a violent murderer, but maybe he only became that way because he was at the terminal stage. I don't know anything about him before he became deranged. Maybe he was a model citizen who was worthy of respect. Unfortunately, he became ill and ended up doing what he did. Maybe he was a victim himself, just like my father. I know more about Hinamizawa syndrome than anybody. This disease makes people act in bizarre ways, without those people realizing it. So when the people at the terminal stage do such strange and violent things, one should be sympathetic. I already knew that back when I decided to go down this path. I should have remembered it sooner, but I only did just now. I finally realized what sinful research I'm working on. Satoko Hojo's detailed test results came back. The results say L5. She's at the terminal stage of the terminal stage. It's actually a surprising result. In last year's case, the patient was extremely deranged. According to Takano-san's records, he complained about itching coming from the lymph nodes all over his body and wanting to claw at his own throat, just as the late Dr. Takano mentioned.
Love this part. Also, hi. Kazoo! Nice to see you. Welcome in.
Hi.
Hi.
But Satoko-san isn't displaying such symptoms. Even in the late Takano's data, throat clawing is said to be a characteristic symptom of terminal stage patients. However, not all patients experience that symptom. Besides, emotional expression is very different in each person. Even if it's the same emotion, one patient may express it rather violently and another may express it calmly. There's no way of knowing by just looking at a person. But Satoko-chan's detailed test results say that she's at the terminal stage of the terminal stage, L5. In other words, she may be feeling what the man from last year was feeling. It's just that she isn't expressing that feeling in the same way the man was. Hinamizawa syndrome affects the frontal lobes of the brain. It stimulates the most primitive of emotions, doubt, very strongly. As a result, terminal patients are trapped in delusions and paranoia and end up committing horrible crimes. Satoko-chan seems to show improvement when she's exchanging friendly words with Satoshi-kun. But there's a paranoia stirring inside her that may put her in a deranged state at any moment. I can't let her leave the clinic like this. However, if things go according to the manual, I'll have to make a decision on her dissection. My decision will only be a formality. I can't actually refuse. Takano-san appears to be already working on the dissection schedule. That plan will then come to me. Would I feel the same way while dissecting Satoko-chan? Would I be able to experience that trance once again? No. The question is, can I fight the temptation? As I pretend to question myself, I'm letting Takano-san prepare things on her own. By doing so, I'm passively agreeing to Satoko-chan's dissection? If possible, I want to save Satoko-chan. I don't want her to be a sacrifice for this research. I don't want to dissect her. Then, what about the man from last year? Do I only care about the lives of the people I know? If I don't dissect her, do I let her live and leave the clinic? Do I simply wait for her to become deranged and commit a horrible crime? And then she'll end up here, just like the man from last year. And I'll end up dissecting her anyway.
She already committed a horrible crime.
The man from last year was dissected alive and kept that way for several months.
This is like the dumbest pet peeve, but I'm sitting here like, the term is vivisection. Vivisect, but they probably don't want to say that over and over. That's really hard to say.
I'll say vivisection, it's okay.
No, it's fine.
With his skull left open, he wasn't allowed to die for several months.
Ugh.
He was kept alive just for our cruel experiments.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah, it's really fucked up. I don't want to do that to her. I don't know what to do. Even debating and agonizing over it is leading toward consent for a dissection by elimination.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure dissection only happens on like dead bodies, and vivisection is when it's happening on a living body. I could be wrong about that.
How are we feeling?
Oh, feeling pretty good. I'm wondering if we should wrap up here, or if we wanted to do a little bit more tonight or today. But that is up to you.
I'm starting. My throat is starting to hurt.
Yeah, same.
So.
You want to take a break, and then we can I can show you my little surprise in Tomodachi that you probably already know what it is.
But I don't know what it is.
Oh. Okay.
But yeah, I'm happy to look.
A little bit of Tomodachi. A little bit. Safe. I really like this. Like, I kind of wish, like, more of Higurashi was like this, but I understand why it wasn't. Because now we are doing this through Hanyu's perspective, now that we know who Hanyu is and what is at stake and what is happening. So there's a lot of lead up. There's a lot of lead up to this, like 200 hours of this shit.
Yeah.
But
it's a great payoff.
It's really good. It's really
good.
good.
And I think it only works so well because everything's been so linear so far.
Mhm.
Like, you have all these questions and, like, little pockets of stuff that you understand the scope of, but the little nitty-gritty you're not getting the full grasp on.
Yeah.
So, having this to arrange all the final puzzle pieces, I think works really well.
Yeah, and there's also like these little tidbits of information
Yes.
that are really like there were a lot of cracks in everything, and like this is just filling in all the cracks. Like it's really good. It's really good. This writing drives me crazy. It's like really good writing, even though like I imagine it's like Ryukishi's writing is probably not everybody's cup of tea because it's very slow burn. It's very he likes to reiterate his ideas a lot, so you get the picture, and that can be annoying to some people. Be like, oh, I get it, dude, I get it, but I think it works because they're so like this story is so dense with information that you kind of have to reiterate things a lot to make sure that the information sticks. Working through Umineko right now, but it's awesome to come back to Higu. Awesome. Yeah, no, I'm sad and also like excited to see Higurashi come to a close. But one of the
Then we'll play Umineko, right? Right, Spin?
I do want to play Umineko. I'm really excited. But also, I'm really excited to watch the bad Higurashi anime with my Discord, because that has been my plan since like the beginning. I really want to watch it.
I don't think it's bad. I think
it doesn't do it justice.
I think it suffers from the fact that it is a short, essentially 2-season anime. 1 season for each, one season for questions arc, 1 season for answers arc, and that's just not enough. It's not enough time for everything to be put into place adequately.
Yeah.
I think it works best as a adapting the scenes that you remember from the visual novel and being like, I remember that. It's cool to see that in motion.
Yeah.
Rather than trying to absorb the whole story through the anime.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna have a hard time.
I know too many people who didn't even know Higurashi was a visual novel and only watched the anime, and that was a bad first impression of the story from what I am understanding.
Yeah, the Umineko anime is worse. It's even worse.
Oh no! I forgot there was...
The Umineko anime is really bad, but you know what? The intro slaps.
Awesome. The first arc is 3 episodes? Good fucking
to be fair,
lord.
It's also finished. That's true. The Umineko anime never got finished.
Oh! That sucks. Anyway, let's go on a BRB. I probably won't mute because I just need to set up the Switch stuff.
Okay.
Unless you want to be muted.
I want to be muzzled and silenced. No.
Oh, that's fucked up. We can't talk about that on Twitch. Damn.
What are they gonna do? Make AI of my possible muzzling? Also, that's completely normal. I'm a dog. You do that to dogs.
Dogs don't want to be muzzled though.
Some dogs find it comforting.
I suppose. It's like my dad had this she was a black lab, and she would get nervous during thunderstorms because all dogs get nervous during thunderstorms, and she had she had a little shirt, and it was just her thunder shirt. And so whenever it was thundering out,
so cute.
you put this little shirt on her. It was just so funny to see her just stand there with the shirt because she didn't know what to do because she had a shirt on her. But it calmed her somehow. Because she was just so concerned with the shirt. There are some of these pictures that really remind me of the Backrooms movie. Like the chair in the gazebo. Yeah. But I opted out of the AI bullshit, so no worries there, everybody.
Will you forgive me if I switch my mic over?
No.
Okay. I'm
just kidding. You can switch your mic over.
Yay.
Immediate, sound change.
It's so warm here, and I have to be in such a scrunch position to use that mic.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay, it's because I don't have a proper desk or something.
Maybe when you get another monitor.
Maybe.
It'll help.
Desks are expensive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe you could set the mic up in a different way or something. I don't know.
No.
No.
Unfortunately not. It's this has nothing to clip onto is the problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's still a great mic.
It's a pretty good mic for
a starter.
For a starter mic. My first mic was a not a snowflake mic, which is what that is. But it was a snowball mic. Little Blue Yeti or whatever. And they're pretty good starter mics. Pretty good brand to start with.
I think I sound pretty decent over the stream.
It sounds pretty good.
Oh my god, it's so fucking warm.
So sorry.
Help me!
Help
me!
Help me from the heat.
Thankfully, it's
Abby.
gonna go down about 5 degrees tomorrow.
Ad break done. Community is back. We're gonna look at the blorbs.
Hi, everyone.
Oh no, the game's still open. Close it. Stop. Yes. Okay. That seagull loud as fuck. Deactivate,
I like the
activate. There we go. Okay, I've made a new character I wanted to show you too.
Show me.
This is not the surprise. There was another surprise. Let it load a bit. Okay, so developments. Hinako and Rika are now married. Apparently if kid me's want to get married, I have to make them adults.
That makes sense.
So Rika is now slightly taller.
Oh, wait, cute though.
Yeah. And there was a weird, like, magical girl transformation sequence for her to become an adult, and I was like, that's really funny.
That's what'll happen at the end of Higurashi. Spoilers. Oh, you put Takano in like her outfit. This looks great.
Thanks. I love pixel art. I used to do a lot of pixel art when I was a kid. I already showed you Enna. I love her. I'm in love with her. There's Pasternak.
I think you did great on Enna.
Enna's my favorite. I'm really happy with Enna. And Enna and Zuby Bunny are now in a mutual crush zone. I'm so excited. I really hope they get married and have a baby because I have ideas. Also, I made Nikki. that was
This
who I
is
wanted.
really good. She looks so scary.
I love her. Oh, bless you.
Bless you.
Aw. Okay, so a few other funny things I did while there was like a thunderstorm happening. Hell is real.
This harbor is really scary, by the way.
My endless maze.
Yeah, what's this about?
I did that to torture people, but then they all like went to it, and I was like, okay, fine, you guys like it, I guess. But it's also really funny when a me, like, say, Jasper notices Areki and wants to talk to him, because then they have to run this entire stretch.
Right.
And it takes so long that they give up, and it's really funny. Okay, a few other things I did. I made a corporate hell. This is Lumen. This is the Lumen building in Severance. That's it. I also made Enna's Enna's house is a porta potty. Because in Enna Dream Barbecue, you're looking for the bathroom, and the bathroom is a giant porta potty, and so I made it a glowing porta potty. It's flat too. It's flat. Also, Sintra's house is a computer, but that was done on stream. What else did I do? The Batter and Milchick now live together in Lumen, in corporate hell.
Nope.
And Milchick also... What'd you say?
I'm just so excited for this surprise. I don't know what it could be. Oh my god, it's me! Oh my god! I look so good! Oh my fucking god!
I'm surprised you didn't figure that was the surprise, because I said it.
I
said
you
that.
should do it together on stream!
I couldn't do it on stream because I'd have to like use the touchpad. So,
This... Ah, I look so fucking good.
Thanks. I'm glad you like
Look
it.
at my dumb fucking pompadour. I've got to get more pompadour-y, by the way.
How tall do you
I've
want
got
to
to
be?
look like a fucking... All the way.
How tall do you want to be?
Yes. Make me, like... I think that's good.
Okay.
I think that's good. I don't want to be too tall.
Do you want it
But I'm
to?
a fat man.
Do you want it to be Cal or King?
Well, my persona is King, so let's do that.
Okay. Yeah, I also named mine just my persona's name, not my name.
Mhm.
But there are some me's that call me Spoonie, and I think it would be funny if like you became friends with somebody and then they call you Cal.
Yeah,
Could
that can
do
be a
that.
nickname.
Yeah. King.
My name is King.
Good job. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I'm a dude, mostly.
All.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you mind if stream sees your birthday, or do you want me
Yeah,
to cover it? You don't mind?
It's the 14th of March, everybody. Feel free to give me money.
Yeah, give him money on Pi Day.
You have to give me 4.1 whatever recurring, which is infinite money.
I'm trying to remember.
I'm
2000?
26.
Okay, got it. I'm bad with it. I'm bad with number. All right, randomize.
My name is King.
That-
It's nice to meet you.
Okay.
I talk way faster.
My
than this. I talk
name
pretty
is
fast in general.
King. My name is King. My name is King. My name is King. It's nice to.
I think I'm trying to
My
start
name is
rapping.
King.
It's too high.
My name is King.
My name is King. My name is King. My name
The
is
delivery's bad.
It's-
We need to
my
change that.
King. My name is King. It's nice to meet you. Today is August
I like
14th,
that.
2026.
It's nice
So,
to meet
how does
you.
this voice sound?
It's nice to meet you. No, you're not related to anybody. Movement? What do you want? Where do you want to go?
I tend to move pretty fast, despite the fact that I'm limited by my stocky little legs.
Oh, pretty fast. Polite or honest? Where do you want to be?
I'm more polite than honest, which is a bad habit.
Honest?
No, I'm more polite than honest.
More polite? Yeah, that's fair. I can put you right here.
Sure.
Energy varied?
I don't know how the fuck I talk. You have to help.
Oh, this isn't about how you talk. This is just your personality in general.
Oh, I don't know what my personality is either.
Oh, I'm gonna say varied. You're not flat. Your energy isn't flat. You're thinking. You're pretty chill. You're chill, motherfucker.
I try.
You can be serious when you need to be, but you're pretty fucking chill. Quirky? I wouldn't call you quirky, but
I'm just such a quirky guy.
you're more quirky than normal. Over
You can
there.
say I have mental illnesses. It's okay.
It's yeah. This is asking me mental illness. No. Okay. We're good. We're good.
Oh my god, it's me.
It's you. You're an outgoing charmer. Wow.
Aw.
Dancing. I have no idea where to
Can
put.
you like pull me up so I can take a screenshot? I didn't even think about it until right this fucking second.
Yeah. Put you right there.
Ha.
There you are.
Pink house too. I love
Hey
pink.
there. It's nice to meet you, streamer. I'm King.
Wow.
I'm an outgoing charmer. I have a knack for bonding with others, and I'm always ready for a good time with friends. I can't wait to start living here.
Yippee! Yippee! Alright, now we need to make you clothes. I don't think I'll make a exactly like your clothes right now. Maybe when I am bored and I want to make clothes, I can do that.
Sure.
Let's see. Oh!
I mean,
I
even a different
mean,
color, we're all good.
I have one already. I forgot.
Oh yeah, the black and white looks great. I love
Holy
that.
shit, dude!
It's fucking serendipity.
Dude!
Oh my god!
Da 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 da.
He likes it. Like it better.
Sorry. No, don't leave. We gotta fix your house.
Bye.
Okay. I was. Okay. What are we gonna? Balloons.
Oh my god.
I'm sure I can find a better thing. Oh, rainbow balloons. Yeah. Yeah.
You don't understand how happy I am.
I'm
It's,
so-
it's either gonna be this or the theater set, I think. For
Oh, the
me.
theater set is cute. Oh. What do you think?
I can like reenact the spoken for me music video.
Oh. Wow. likes it.
You should like it more, because I think it's awesome.
Alright, let's give you food that you don't
Yeah.
want to eat.
You gotta feed me a burger.
I don't know if I have burgers.
Make
I'd have
a
to
burger?
make a burger now.
Do you think you can have me without the toll? The tithe?
Here, meet Nikki.
Oh, okay.
Hey, nice to meet you. I'm King.
Here's where
So
I
glad to
let
meet
everyone
you,
know that
King.
I'd have handled it
I'm
better than
Nikki.
Bear. Bear is a fake yandere lover,
Michael.
and I can't handle all of that.
Mouthwash.
No! No! You're not getting along!
What point are you trying to make, King?
No! No!
Uh,
It's okay, I can
Yeah.
cheer you up.
I fumbled a bad bitch.
Right now, I have a skull on my head to hide my design. Because I already
Nope.
made... I already made my new design. I just can't shop right now.
Come on.
Oh,
Or
hey,
else it'll show,
my
like, there's a
name is Alu
chance
Rose.
I won't.
that
Nice
it'll
to
show
meet
my
ya.
face.
Hey,
and I'm scared.
Alu Rose. I'm King.
I'll never give up.
I'm so fucking short compared to you, it's kind of scary. I think that's actually accurate to real life.
You're not that much shorter than me, right?
I'm
How
5'1".
tall are you? Okay, yeah, I'm 5'5". You're only 4 inches shorter.
Oh, I should probably make you shorter then.
No, my persona's way taller.
Okay. One of those. I'm talking about an the add-on from Off apparently.
You're so funny.
Yay! I cheered you up. Wow.
Yay!
Wow.
My bestie.
Wow. We're so
Come on.
cool.
Ooh.
What are you yelling, Nikki?
Come on.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I've made her say that yet. One of the things I wanted to make
It
her...
wasn't my fault.
Okay, that's kind of accurate.
Get back to work.
Damn!
She's savage. She's just yelling. One of the things I wanted her to yell at the sea was, "It's
I'll
not
never
me."
Give up.
I was like,
Arg.
that's fucked up.
Arg.
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 You know who you should make
Back to
eventually?
work.
Who?
Sugar from Off.
I should.
feeling
I've
really
already made
upset.
2 off characters. I'm so obsessed.
But like,
Um,
Sugar.
I know, I love her.
Oh my god, wait, she's so cute.
Wait.
Wait, she's literally cute.
I'm sorry. This is the one joke I've made is she has Sandy in her inventory.
Oh.
Come on.
Wait, her cuteness. Brad is
Come on.
now in love with the batter. That's another thing. Milchick?
I don't think Brad can handle all of that.
Yeah, he can. They're very similar characters, actually. Actually, I'm gonna Pepe Silva this. Like, listen. The batter in Brad is really good. Zachary, also, without me interfering whatsoever, Zachary is in love with the batter now.
Find my page's voice. Find my RPG Maker game.
Fun. Wasn't that a
God,
joke?
I need you to watch the first Saw movie so that I can make a Breaking Bad joke.
Oh my god. I should watch the first Saw movie.
You should. It's really fucking good.
Ugh.
Look at Takano chilling. She's so hot. I mean, she's so cute. I mean,
Look at her. I want her and Nikki to fall in love. Is that so wrong?
no, you're right for that.
Am I right for that?
I would say that she has to marry Tomitake, but he's not here, so.
I could make him, but I don't want to. I just want Takano. What are you up to, Takano? I think you should walk around
Hello,
and
streamer.
fall in love with someone. She and Mort are best friends, though, apparently.
I love that. That's so cute.
Is the world ready for such power? The two yanderes? Would you consider Takano yandere?
No, I wouldn't. Not really.
She's just evil.
Yeah, she just kind of sucks.
I'm just taking her away. Wait. The containment zone.
For why?
To contain her. There she goes. Yeah. Alright, who else should we check on? Hinako? Oh. She's looking at one of my OCs. Swansea wants to play a game. I guess we can play a game with Swansea. When are Swansea and Ermintrout gonna get together? What's wrong with these?
Is
What?
Swansea his second name?
No. It's his first name, actually. I don't remember his
That's
second name.
Strange first name.
Mm-hmm. I forget his second name. But it
She's
was...
more just an evil woman, but I think all yanderes have
Here's
evil
your
woman
first
qualities.
pixelated
I mean,
icon.
yes, but that
This
doesn't
is
make
true.
What do you think it
the
is?
yandere.
What is this?
Some bullshit.
Eggplant
The
parmigiana.
answer is eggplant parmigiana.
Mmm.
Next up, your second
I don't like how
pixelated
violently
item.
he claps.
What do you think
He's
it
very
is?
excited. That's a horror
That's a
game.
Nintendo Switch.
The answer is horror game.
His last name...
is
His
And
last name
finally,
is
the
mouthwashing,
last
yeah.
pixelated item. What do you think it is?
Oh!
It looks like a middle finger.
Oh! Candy apple.
The correct answer is candy apple.
Fuck yeah, let's
What
go.
do you think this is? It's just like a hyper detailed picture of like a bad dragon.
That's what it felt like. That's where my mind went. I was like, also chat, small, medium, or large for the present. What do I pick?
Congratulations, you won.
I don't like candy
apple's
apples.
good.
I don't like them.
Time for your prize.
I like caramel apples, they're good.
Go ahead.
Large. I got a stick! Who wants a stick?
I do!
You want me I'll give you the stick.
Because I'm a dog.
Aw. I love your clown outfit.
Me too!
Oh my god.
Now you can branch out.
Here, here's a stick. For you.
Yes! You don't
Tree
understand
branch.
how happy this makes me.
I'm so happy you're happy. Oh, you hate it! No!
This is a false idol. I would be so happy to get a stick. I'd be like, you got this stick for me?
Wow! A stick for me!
Salutations, sir.
You're so fucking cute.
I want to eat something
That was
cold.
adorable.
Oh, I
Me too.
love her.
If it wasn't fucking 9:30, I'd be like chowing down on ice cream right now.
Love ice cream. Alright, something cold.
Oh my god, these like hyper realistic images are making me so hungry.
Strawberry
Yeah,
Since
shortcake.
when is strawberry shortcake cold? I
Wait,
mean, I
you
guess
ha-
you keep it in the fridge.
Yeah. Strawberry shortcake's cold. Yeah.
No, I'm happy for her.
Look at her. Oh my god, I want to kiss her.
I can't help it. I can smell a computer from a mile away.
That's something she would say. Oh. I'm sorry.
And food so sound good right now. Yeah.
Food so sound good right now. Oh, Lyle! Lyle has fallen. Oh my god, what did Kowalski do to his hair? Alright. I want Zachary to get with Lyle for some reason. Even though Zachary's in love with the batter. This is Lyle from Look Outside, and I love Lyle.
Ha 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 ha. Are you alright?
He's a camera monster. He's actually like
That and
he was a photographer, and then he looked outside, and he like basically became like a camera
I could
With,
think
like-
of worse
You're
face.
so kind.
with like with spider legs under his robe.
At all.
So
No.
obviously I couldn't do that, but
I I can think of worse fates.
Yeah,
Honestly.
you can smooch him in the game. I'm trying
Wow.
to sell everybody on Look Outside, which I'm gonna play more of later. Sintra. Actually, what the fuck did Kowalski do to his hair?
Oh my god.
And why is the batter stalking him?
Well,
Sometimes.
wait, that's what happened to Tomitake.
Yeah. Huh? Oh, Batas.
Oh.
Why do you have
perfect
Batas?
timing. I have something.
I didn't give
for
you
two.
Batas. That's the mug from Malmakanapa.
Oh, no.
I made
I
Sintra,
have too
like,
many of
not
these as it
make
is.
expressions, and it's very
You'd
funny
be
to me.
doing me a favor by taking it.
You can give him a little kiss. Yes. Just be friends with Urban Trout. It's fine.
Well, I think I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, I think it's about time to wrap up anyway.
You're
Wait,
right.
hold on. Peepo changed his hair too.
Huh,
Brother, what have you done?
what's up?
Why is your hair red? Get that shit out. Get that shit out. Awful. What are you doing in the background?
I'm hopping.
I'm just hopping. Alright.
Don't mind me, I'm just hopping.
Oh yeah, we can wrap up here. I can switch over
Okay.
to... Let's go over here. Let's go over
Today was
here.
great.
Today was awesome. I love the direction everything has gone in. But for now, we must take the tour of the horrors elsewhere. And this, like, informal re-debut of my PNG tuber was fun. I'm glad you guys
Yeah.
like the funky, fresh silhouette PNG tuber, because this is what I'm gonna be until I can get my new model. Get used to it! Oh! Alright, where are we going? Jess isn't streaming. Jess is usually streaming. I don't know where to go. Anybody have any suggestions? Chai is streaming. Chai is playing Final Fantasy XIV. Okay. DJ, thanks for coming by. So we're gonna raid Morning Chai. Say hi to Chai for me, chat.
Thanks for the stream, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for being here, everybody, and thanks for being here, Cal, and I'm glad you liked your surprise.
I was so happy. I'm still so happy.
I'm so happy. I will update you on your little guy.
Hooray!
Hooray.
Alright, everybody.